What's up, guys? Bro, what is happening with... Listen, I know nobody gives a shit, but what is happening with fucking... What is happening with fucking Kick? It just like... I streamed there, and it says the bitrate is like... Currently it's 0. And then it was like, oh, 700 kilobits. What the fuck is happening? Like, it just doesn't... What is going on with this shit? I don't get it. It just... What? You hear me? No, look at this. Oh. This is the stream. It's not loading. Like, it's... It just... Well, to you, yes, but what is happening on Kick? Currently, it says that I'm streaming like a very bad quality. Like, it's constantly lagging, as you can see. On YouTube, it's fine, but on Kick, my OBS tells me it's fucked. Привет. That is super weird. I have no idea what's happening there. It's been like this for the past couple of days. So fucking strange. Super weird. Anyway. Okay, guys. As I promised, I posted a video on... this is fine. I posted a video on... what do you call it? Fucking Patreon. Is my debating Z apologist guy. I made it like a very lazy thumbnail and a very lazy... name of the video. Maybe you have some ideas. I said that the video is going to be called Ukrainian debates Z Russia supporter from Europe. Does that make sense? And then there's like the thumbnail is whatever the fuck this is. I didn't have much time. Too long? Really? You think? It's not that long. I don't think. More clickbait? Like what? Like what could I possibly clickbait it as? Gotta dumb it down? But he's Russia supporter from Europe. I don't want to just say Z, because a lot of people don't really understand. Like, it gotta be like Russia in the title. And then Ukrainian debates, that's more interesting, right? Than just a regular debate. Ukrainian versus pro-Russia. But he's like, I think it's also interesting that he's from Europe, not just some brain-dead Russian, right? Or is that like maybe not interesting? Maybe people should think about them like, I don't want to say destroys, but it's kind of like self-jerking, but is that like clickbaity or what? No context in titles? Are you sure about that? I think if the context is interesting, I think you should put it in the title. Destroying pro-Russia support, maybe like that. Maybe like destroying pro-Russia brainlet from Europe. Maybe like that. Maybe like that. Is that better? Should be all caps maybe? I don't know. Should I put all caps? Let's try. Destroying pro-Russia brainlet from Europe. What is better, like all caps or? It's a debate we had. What, the day before yesterday? I don't know if you missed it. Maybe I had some random guy wanted to. So is this better? Is this better? Bra inlet? No. Brainlet, dude. You don't know what brainlet is? Yeah, there you go. That's him right there. How did they know? They literally fucking leaked his picture, dude. Oh no. Oh my god, with the toilet? Beautiful. You were there? Oh, well then you didn't miss it. Destroying pro-Russia brainlet from Europe. Okay, this video is already on Patreon. You can check it out on my Patreon. And then I think it's gonna be posted later on. Hope it's not gonna fuck up any algorithms or whatever. You know. Hello. The Lithuanian Vatnik, yeah. We saw it live. Well, who didn't saw it live, you can see it now already on Patreon. Or sometime later on my YouTube. Need to use English terms for normies that can understand. They don't know what brainlet is. I mean, it's kind of, I feel like it's self-explanatory, no? Brainlet sounds super fun. Ранкові новини, що там русня своїх застрелює, блядь, там з цього, та бач. You can watch the VOD. Shut the fuck up, dude! What are you all fucking too smart for your own good, okay? Subscribe to Patreon, dude! I doubt they type in Brainlet in the search bar. Nobody searches for videos they've never seen. It's getting recommended. It has to be that people, if the person sees it, he would click it. Idiot is better? Idiot might be a bad word. Heated war debate. Oh, that's I feel like that's what Destiny editor would do, maybe. Maybe that is good. But what about destroying? Soy face thumbnail? No. I don't know. I don't know. What would you click? What would you click, guys? Maybe let's vote, you know? Let's do a vote. Let's do poll. What would you click? Let's do vote real quick and tell me what you. Or destroying? You think they wouldn't click it? Heated war debate sounds funnier to me because it wasn't heated at all. True. That's clickbait? Well, that's not true also. Thought this was a Counter-Strike stream? Do I have Counter-Strike in my do I have Counter-Strike in my games or something? Clickbaits are fine. Clickbait is supposed to tell you kinda what's happening. It shouldn't lie to you. Oh, more people vote for destroying pro-Russia Brainlet, huh? CS stands for counter-offensive strike. Oh, guys, I have counter-offensive? But it's not even the name of the game. It's Counter-Strike. It says counter-offensive in my title. Bro, you stupid, dude. Okay, destroying pro-Russia Brainlet wins. Let's keep it that way then. If it's gonna be bad, I'll change it. I think I changed it to Grisha. I think I changed Grisha title and I got way more views out of that video. Grisha shit is a 9.4K. I used his picture. Dude, I used his dumbass picture. Bro, his fucking... It works that his camera also shows. I use his dumbass picture that somebody posted. He posted on his Discord and somebody posted here. With him in like fucking kitchen or some shit. I don't know. And I said, debating Putin Gen Z warrior. Gen Z is so good, right? Because like... You know, it's true. Also, it's like hidden meaning. The latest video that people didn't watch, it has very good likes. And it has Aluma editing. So you should watch it. It's like very stupid story. But yeah, anyway. Guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need 1,000 subscribers, honestly. Because then I can monetize my videos. There you go. Look. I have at Topson. Look at that. Look at my vanity link. You like that? YouTube.com/@Topson. I'm so stupid that it's at. Can I remove at, or is it not gonna work? Okay, very smart. Doesn't work. Gotta put at. Cringe. What's up? Yeah, all are at. I know. It's just stupid that they had to do at. Okay, finally, Kick stream started. Does YouTube stream have ad breaks? I have no idea. Maybe not. The thing is, YouTube, you can rewind live, so if you miss something because of the ad, you can, like, put the double speed and catch up real quick. Listen, I'm not saying you should watch me on YouTube, but I guess you could. If you're not watching on Twitch and you're not getting ads on YouTube, I get less money, so, you know. Hey, I make like 50 bucks from ads a month. That's not bad. The guy you debated a year ago, he's getting banned again. What, that fucking ape piece of shit of a person? Who's that fucking guy? The Mongol guy? He's not a Mongol, but... Oh, I like this song. I typically watch on Twitch while on my computer, but prefer YouTube when on my phone. I also debated Gonzalo. No, I didn't debate that guy. See ya, Proc. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the equipment. Listen, trust me, guys. I know all the news. Unless it was posted like in the past 15 minutes, then I don't know about it. Otherwise, I know everything. I'm just, you know, I will talk about it. Since you already translate a lot, I see the vids of Ukrainians translating those interviews Ukraine has with captives get a lot of views, and Twitch was supposed to have shorts functions for direct upload to YouTube now. I don't know. I don't have time. It may get a lot of views, dude. The streams that I had this past year, you could edit like fucking potentially millions of views of content. It just, I don't have time. Am I debating anyone today? Not that I know of. Guys, I've set up torrent on my little boxy box. It works. But unfortunately, I think my router shuts off. I think there's not enough power. I connected it via USB-C, but I don't think there's enough power going into there. So I think I need to buy like a little AC charger, AC DC charger, DC charger, whatever. I ordered it. It was $3, but I will have to wait for it. It works just straight up from USB-C, but I think I connected like external drive there. And it doesn't like that when I because when I start doing stuff on it, my internet drops and everything. What do you guys think? Is that the thing? Not using micro P input? I don't think it's micro P, it's just regular barrel jack. It's regular barrel one. Yeah, I was just using USB-C. Cause I have a USB-C not a charger, but you know what I mean. But maybe the port just doesn't receive enough power. I don't know. I feel like what's happening is when I overload it, when I overload the CPU and torrent does that, torrent overloads the CPU in my opinion, and it just doesn't have enough power, so it shuts off, reboots, and I lose internet. Because I lose internet for like, as soon as I start like heavily using it, internet shuts off, and I think the thing reboots. Torrent? Yeah. So I installed, let me take a look. How do I access it? How can I show you this? Like this, I think. Yeah, look. No. Torrent is not CPU heavy, but when you add a big file, it's starts like to go through it, or like creating a file or writing information down or something like that, and it uses CPU. Because and also when your download speed is high, it uses a lot of CPU too. Maybe it's not cooling properly, power supply is overheating. I don't think so. I think it just doesn't have enough power. Bro, have you ever tried to download something with high network speed? Your CPU goes fucking crazy. It's throttling? No, it just reboots. It's not throttling. It doesn't have enough power. It just shuts off and reboots. Depending on how much data it uploads and downloads. I think it was doing like 20... It was pretty quick. I connected an SSD. It's an external SSD drive. I connected via USB 3. I also made it work. It works now. It works fine. I can access it from my computer. It's right here. Look at it. Look. It's on my network and shit. And it has... I started downloading like some movies and shit that I definitely legally own. See, it's like it needs to create a part file, and then was 24 gigs of a movie. I think it's like a little bit struggling, and I think that is like it tries to go higher, clock higher, and it just yeah, I think it uses. I need to look into the log, and maybe copy paste the log. It's just the log is very big. I wanted to copy paste the log into ChatGPT so it could like, oh, there's, yeah, you know, you have a problem here. So yeah, 4K easy clap. So yeah, it's cool. You can access torrent from just your web interface. It's pretty cool. But you see free space 175 terabytes. I have a 2 terabyte external drive. However, I think I did an overkill with an SSD. I don't think it has enough CPU power to use all my 1 gigabit for download. Have you looked if you don't have access to plugins? No, I don't have access to plugins yet. But I use ChatGPT almost every day. I'll check again right now. My plan. Nope. Nope, nothing. Man, ChatGPT is so good. He helped me so much with setting everything up. It's crazy, guys, how you can do this shit that I would have never done it without ChatGPT. Like, it would just be so much time to like fucking troubleshoot it and try to find information online on how to do certain things. And some of the things that you need to do are pretty basic. Like, I had to install PuTTY to connect to my local IP address and have a console that I could write something. Yeah, SSH. I didn't even know how to do, like, he was telling me how to access it through SSH, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. And he's like, oh, you just download this and you click here and you're writing it down. And I'm like, oh shit, crazy. It would have taken so much time to like actually like understand, you know, what's happening. So now this is the problem that I'm encountering with the torrent, is when I try to download something, I think my network shuts down, and I think the device is rebooting, and that's why. Settings, beta features. I don't have that. I only have general. Delete account, history and training, export data, enable 2-factor authentication. That's it. So the next step with this torrent thing is going to be to try and enable the watch directory. Watch directory is, it will look for any torrent files and will automatically add them to the queue. So I also, and you can do that, but I also need to make the watch directory from my laptop, so I could just download the torrent. It would automatically scan through it and add it to another device. But I don't know if that would be possible. I think I need to share that folder through my local network, and that's going to be a little bit, might be complications there. But honestly, so far, the whole process of like setting everything up and making it work, it was pretty easy. I was actually like complicating it a little bit more by like asking questions first and then trying it, because a lot of the things were pre-installed. Basically, my external SSD worked pretty much out of the box when I installed OpenWRT, and then some other stuff I had to install, like some plugins. But in OpenWRT, you have it like, you have application manager, I think. You can just type the name of the thing, and ChatGPT just tells you what you need to install to gain access to it. So fucking great stuff, man. Much easier to do stuff that I would have never even attempted to do before. Super cool. Definitely recommend. Definitely recommend to fuck with some like you know, home little projects. I bet you can set up like a lot of automation in your house with the help of like these small ARM computers and ChatGPT. You could just literally say, okay, here's what I want to do, what I need for it, and it can, you know, it can. How much my productivity rise with ChatGPT, bro? Like by a lot. I don't ask for more work, obviously, but I have a lot more free time. And I don't know, it's hard to quantify in numbers, but it not only increased my productivity, it also helped me do stuff that I never would have attempted before, you know? So it's good stuff. Twice? Well, I guess you could say it. I guess you could say twice. You sent me the link to the screenshot, but yeah, I don't have beta features, so. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, back to politics. What is this?
Если сейчас начнется масштабное контрнаступление, так как попытки уже есть, мы в целом сможем каким-то образом отразить его, или шансов нет?
Или нет?
Ну, как есть.
Нам пизда.
True, dude. True, fucking true, boy. Let's go, guys. I don't understand. Reconnaissance drone caught a Russian during the survey who packed up and went home from the front. I think it would be better for him if he gave up. Okay. Russia shut down a bunch of their own shit today. It's fucking weird. I don't know why all of a sudden. And several, 2 planes and 2 helicopters. That is very, very weird. It never happened before, which is unusual. That it happened now. For, like, I would imagine They maybe shut down a lot of them in the beginning of the war, but okay. Zelensky says counteroffensive of the armed forces. The first important steps will be taken soon. We're seriously preparing. I will not say where and when the counteroffensive will begin, but Russia will definitely feel it. They already feel it, and it didn't begin it even now. When we reach Crimea, Putin's support will be reduced. His environment will pressure him. No long. Didn't wait. Didn't long left. You get it, dude. You don't have to wait for long. He says. Podolak comments on the downing of planes in Russia. This is counter a special military operation will only increase. They sincerely believe that they had every right to attack our territory. When it starts with them, they ask, what about us? According to the rhetoric of the Russians, there's no war for them. It's counter special military operation. Ooh, Prigozhin is posting more cringe. He says Ukraine is gonna start counterattack in different directions. They're gonna start in the north, Bryansk, Kursk, Belgorod, then Svatovo Kremena, then Artyomovsk, which is Bakhmut, then Donetsk, Gorlivka, and near Donetsk, and may attack on Zaporizhia. Ukrainian troops, they're doing pinpointed strikes, and when where it rips, they slide in. Yeah, I'm talking about politics. Do I have a different category in my stream, on my stream right now? What is happening? Why people are being weird today? Why people are being weird today? Why people are being weird today? Hello, hello, hello. It says I'm playing politics. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's category politics. Because Twitch is fucking degenerate. They always say like playing. Blow. Blow. Joe Blow. Bro, I ain't playing shit, dude, okay? I ain't playing with you, dude. Alright? Anyway, I am talking about politics, yeah. Blow. Tactic, he says tactic of very smart, educated people. Oh yeah? How interesting, dude. So why the fuck did you attack people who are very smart and educated? Fucking pieces of shit. For 15 minutes, we talked about torrent under politics tab. It's a political choice. It's a political position, right? Would you torrent things or not? Technically. Prigozhin seems to be above average Russian intelligence. No, he's not. The thing is, he just sees what's happening on the field. That's it. He sees what's really happening. You don't need a lot of brain to comprehend the situation. It's just Russians are being lied to, and they think that they're like winning or whatever the fuck, which doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they're being lied to. They're still fucking losers, because if they think that everything is good and they're gonna win, like yeah. This is a very expected video from Mariupol right now, showing the progress that they've made in the city so far. People from utility services are now just riding horses, apparently. Fantastic. Two horsepowers. He criticized Putin? Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Right, boys, let's check out the map. Now it's funny things, interesting things are happening. So did that did this increase in size or? Okay. So 12th, one day, and then 13th, a little push. Yeah, I know it's actually not like 1 horsepower. Pushing here too. This was a little clump. Seems like there's fighting going on there right now. So the situation is developing dynamically in Bakhmut direction. Our troops are advancing in 2 directions, says Anna Malar. There will be no correct figures now. What? Not correct. Specific. There will be no specific figures now because there are active hostilities. Ours are destroying the enemy and have captured a lot, says the Deputy Minister of Defense. At the same time, the situation in the city itself is more complicated, but the enemy fails to take Bakhmut. Yeah, let's talk about the planes getting destroyed. First let's look at them. Right? Let's look at the planes getting destroyed. Cuz that's fun. 2 helicopters were shot down in Bryansk region. By Russians. And then they also destroyed Su-34.
Не радары. Ну этот быстро летает. Ты что, быка не уебет?
It says MVD Russia on the wing. Yeah, Russians shot down 2 of the helicopters and 2 of the planes today. Of their own.
Тут больше ничего не уебет. А то доснимаемся, но.
Says nothing else is gonna blow up here, right? 3 helicopters? What do you mean there's no way? There's literally video of it.
А вон второй кусок где-то, видите?
Да, Пашка Нестеренко. Не знаю.
Because it was in Russia? In Bryansk region? Okay, so it was 2 Mi-8 helicopters, 1 Su-35 and 1 Su-34. Another, okay, you're right, another helicopter. So 3 helicopters. This was in Bryansk region, 70 kilometers away from Russia. Do you think we're shooting 70 kilometers away? It's possible we could be using Patriot systems, putting them right at the border and shooting them the fuck down.
Бля, иначе не видно.
Patriot hits.
Ебать. Охуеть.
Patriot hits 150 kilometers away. So, I mean, technically possible.
Пиздец. Охуеть.
Interesting experiment if that's the case. Fall Guys. None of them survived, by the way. All of them died. Beast! Fucking burn in hell! That's amazing. Prigogin says something.
В этой войне без
Why is he fucking... В этой войне! Нахуй вин, блядь... Блядь, оре, сука, ебаный чмэри, нахуй. He's always screaming, dude.
безмозглой, единственный, святой и абсолютно невиновный во всех проебах,
Fuck.
это русский солдат, которого
He says, the only person who is not at fault in this stupid war is Russian soldier
бросили на произвол
who
судьбы
was abandoned by...
и решили, что
by
он
everyone.
должен погибать так, как
And
им
decided-
нравится из их кабинетов красного дерева.
And they decided that they will kill these soldiers the way they want.
И поэтому, когда этот русский солдат
And when the Russian
поймет,
soldier
что происходит
is going to understand
вокруг,
what's happening
поднимет
around him,
голову, я
he's gonna
уверен, что он
put his
разберется,
head
кто
high
его
and he's going to
подставляет,
understand
и
who
порвет
is
жопу на фашистский знак виновным в той трагедии, в которой
who betrayed him. He will
его бросили.
fuck him up. Right. Yeah, Russian soldier. Absolutely innocent, of course. Bakhmut right now, just pictures. The whole city is in smoke because of the fighting and shelling and all of that. That's crazy. The level of destruction is insane, actually. I don't think even Mariupol had this much destruction. Okay, Russian propagandists discussing Ukrainian long-range missile. What about the situation that British 290-kilometer away missiles, Storm Shadow? We discussed it yesterday, and rhetorically, I'm just asking, how are we going to react to it? I don't even know who, Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Defense, what are we waiting for?
Да он просто не может ничего сделать.
They just can't do anything.
Давайте будем честны.
Let's be honest.
Нет ни инструментов,
There's no
ни
tools,
воли
there's no will
для этого.
for this. What are we waiting for? Bro, you can't do anything. You wanted negotiations after 24 hours of attacking. Russia asked for negotiations. After that point, we understood that you're fucking done. And we decided to ran you into the fucking ground. Okay, this is not really important, but it's just some shit on fire in Russia, and I love it. In Moscow, some hotel on fire or something like that. I just like to see it, okay? It's part of my own enjoyment, guys. Breathe in, guys. Oncology in Russia is not in a good state, for sure. Beautiful. All that asbestos shingles on fire. Great stuff. Breathe it in. Belarusian media, Lukashenko taken to hospital amid rumors of poor health. Belarusian dictator Lukashenko checked into a hospital near Minsk at around 7 p.m. reported watchdog Belarusian Hajun. The roads and access to the hospital were closed off and guarded. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. True. Is fire noteworthy? No, I even said it's not. I just wanted to see it. If he will die, it's gonna be funny. Maybe actually poisoned by Putin or somebody like that, right? There was theories that they want to remove Lukashenko. There was theories that Russia wants to remove Lukashenko because Russia wants to take control over Belarus because Ukrainian scenario failed, and they want to take control of Belarus, but Lukashenko will not will go against it. And now maybe they want to get him out of the picture and put somebody else who will be more talkative. So yeah, that's Russia is a fucking degenerate imperialistic country. It's not surprising at all. Do you think they're gonna stop? No. Again, they need some win, you know? Zelensky says that Xi Jinping promised that China will not provide weapons to Russia. Zelensky also met the Pope today. Pope gave thoughts and prayers. Where is it? This? You lost count? It's 5. It's 3 helicopters and 2 planes. Plus 10 to holy damage.
Un'icona classica, però c'è una dissonanza. Al centro c'è il vuoto, imposto. Desidero per l'Ucraina, pace.
It's kind of cringe. I understand he has to do it, but all this religion shit is just like fucking. Why do they underline V and Z, dude? His initials? I'm just joking, dude. The Pope said a lot of bullshit during past year. Yeah, he was like, "Don't fight. It's bad. War is bad. Don't fight, guys. Come on." And then he said some ultra cringe about like maybe Russians are not at fault here. It's the government. Switzerland gave green light to arms supplies to Ukraine, says Euronews. 2 chambers of parliament and national council voted for amendments to the law which will allow supply and military equipment to Ukraine in the future. Previously, their president said the deliveries are not yet discussed. After all, the law states the country has been neutral since 1815. It's time to stop being neutral. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Russians aren't gonna kill themselves. For now. They will soon, but, you know, first come, first serve. So don't miss your chance. You don't know how long it takes for Switzerland to make a new law? Well, it took them fucking a year or something. I'm sure they started discussing it when the war started. Luhansk had another hit. Preliminary, it hit the location of the 2nd Motorized Rifle Brigade. Hey, if you want to see Russians exiting the war, you can find a couple of videos on my Telegram channel, especially the latest one, shot from a drone, where a Russian tries to shoot at the drone, and then the drone drops a grenade on him, but doesn't kill him, but Russian finishes the job. Well done. What's happening? Aluma watches American Psycho. Sent me a message saying that she She's on that meme moment when he walks and she's fucking laughing. Bro, memes kind of ruin the movies, right? That's supposed to be funny, dude. So Luhansk got hit. Preliminary to hit the location of the 2nd Motorized Rifle Brigade of the LPR. Lukashenko hospitalized, yep. Yep, cock. It's good, it burns. Burns well. Fuck him! Dude. They already said it's good, it's Storm Shadow. Look, this is the what, a piece of the missile? I don't know what the fuck this is. What a dumb picture, dude. It's not clear what is there. It says Storm Shadow here, but it's not clear if that's a piece of a missile, or it was just they found something on the internet. No, it hit the building. The Russian Ministry of Defense has announced that the Russian army has pulled back from the northern outskirts of Bakhmut to more advantageous positions by the Berehivka reservoir. This means a retreat of several kilometers. Ukrainian army is on the move. Is that true? Can they link the source of the...
Arigato gozaimasu.
Joblo from Kokomo just subscribed.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. Holy shit. Thank you for the sub, bud. Oh, they already put it here, dude. These guys are crazy. Oh, they actually put it even before. So they're going even further, right? So according to the so this is the reservoir. They're going behind it to have positions here. So it's going to be like something like this. I assume they would need to pull the troops from here too, because otherwise it opens their flank. Because this is a city line, I think the city is much easier to hold. How many Russians dead trying to take Bakhmut? There was an estimate of like what, 50 to 80 killed and wounded. 50 to 80,000 killed and wounded, or something like that. It's killed and wounded, so. Anyway, here's a penis. Very thick one. Okay. How it started, how it's going. Crimean tourist beaches. Крым спишь? Сука, блядь. Waste of fucking resources. Shouldn't have bothered. They should have. Russians should Russia should put everything back, because our guys will have to chill after the counteroffensive. So they will need to put it back. Major losses reported among Russian military command after Ukraine strikes headquarters in Klishchiivka near Bakhmut. Really? Over here? 72nd Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade. Is that the... No, that's a 2nd Brigade. 72nd Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade. Is that the one that 72nd? Is that the one that got hit yesterday or something like that? Or the day before? Oh, I have a alert as well. Russians put their planes in the sky or some shit. It's the one Prigozhin blamed to losing ground. Right. Okay. Apparently somebody said this video is crazy. I hope you're enjoying the video. Dude, these motherfuckers look like fucking they live in bird nests.
Залазьте туди, по одному залазьте, витягуйте жмурів.
Says go inside there and take out dead bodies one by one. Is storming during the day really much better? Why not during the night? Just maybe mines? There's subtitles? Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah, it does look like Monster Dance from Witcher. Did you know that's how Russians actually look like? They're all pixelated in real life. Censored by God. I don't think, no, this is a different perspective of... We didn't see this. Dude, what the fuck is this garbage everywhere? Yeah, I have a siren. I hear that, but where are they? What are they getting out of? What is this? What is this M113?
Залетаем, парни, залетаем!
Looks a little beefy. Well, I heard a plane fly over me today in the morning. Almost fucking shit my pants. Yeah, not that plane, but yo. that one of our guys? I know our dudes are dying too, but every time I see it, it just breaks my heart, man. These guys are true heroes.
Давай, давай, Конор! Граната!
What's up? Oh, the hit and run tactic. Why use ammo if you can just roll over them? Are those Russians? The fuck, just running in the field like that?
Стой, стой, стой. Стой, дед. Сколько вас? Там на позиции сколько было? 28 человек?
It says 28 people, not 8. He didn't say dad, he said ded, which means like grandpa, which most likely is a call sign of that guy. And yeah.
Бригада какая?
72. Oh, 72.
С кем вы тут стоите?
There
С
we go.
алдерами? Одни? Где ваш командир?
В тылу.
Нахуя ты сюда пришел, вот и скажи?
У меня очень большой долг по алиментам.
Что?
Ну, по алиментам очень большой долг. Денег надо было заработать. Мне либо садиться в тюрьму, либо сюда.
И сколько вы зарабатываете?
150.
В месяц 150 тысяч?
У нас в Ульяновске зарплата 40 тысяч.
Very quick description of why. Very clear-cut reply. Like дедушка я.
Пацаны, що там? Як роботка? А? Оце все? Ну, поки да. Я скажу, що клубника в Польщі – це хуйня.
Театр національної опери України!
Та все, да, схватить, блядь. Короче, все чітко, їбашим нахуй, блядь. Женем, сука, їх з нашої землі, блядь. Сосати пишеться разом, блядь.
Сосати пишеться разом. Що це нахуй значить, блядь? Zolkin in the third assault brigade. Why are you here? Explain. I had Ollie money. You wanna call your mom? Dude. Live interview, yeah. Ukraine lost 10,000 tanks in the war so far? It's okay, we have 3 million tanks. 10,000 is nothing.
We are about to witness the Ukrainian artillery unit using a French-made self-propelled artillery system Caesar. This is a very rare and exclusive footage because the Ukrainian side is trying to keep the guys' work secret due to the high interest of the Russian forces.
This sophisticated artillery system is quite easy to handle. The unit arrives at the position, enters coordinates, fires the gun, and changes positions before the Russians strike back.
That's the first Caesar, right? The second one looks different. We had 10,000 tanks? No, we had 20 million tanks. We never had 10,000 tanks.
The men receive coordinates from air reconnaissance. A Polish-made Fly Eye spots a Russian Tunguska designed for shooting down low-flying aircraft, helicopters, and UAVs. They track it and pass the coordinates to the men on the ground as soon as it stops moving. The French Caesar does the rest.
All in all, it took 2 minutes to arrive in the position, load the gun, shoot it, and then load it back. Very fast and very efficient.
Caesar. Well, it's highly maneuverable and can shoot far, which is important. You can repair it easily too. We use it a lot, so it's good that we can repair and keep it up ourselves.
To provide the artillery with new targets every day, the Fly Eye unit soars high over the enemy's territories. However, it's not an easy job, as Russians use their signal intercepting systems, known to be extremely hard to avoid. Just now, the team is fighting to retake control of their UAV. GPS spoofing is a technique used to deceive GPS receivers by broadcasting fake signals that mimic those transmitted by GPS satellites. It causes the GPS devices to display incorrect positioning.
All this Western equipment hasn't been used against Russian electronic warfare, and Russia is the strongest in it. We need to acknowledge that. So when they have layers of electronic warfare defense, and when they use it all, it's pretty powerful. That's why we are upgrading our equipment ourselves, and it works even against hardcore Russian electronic warfare.
After the nerve-wracking search for the drone, the team finally brings it back. The Polish-designed Fly Eye is one of the most advanced drones used by the Ukrainian armed forces. Just before landing, the drone releases the camera module via parachute to prevent it from physical impact.
That's great, dude. That's cool.
Все зроблено. Піднімаємо і несемо на підстав.
All of a sudden, we hear the unique and threatening rumbling of an Iranian-made Shahid, a lethal suicide drone. But help is near. Soldiers manning a self-propelled Ukrainian-made air defense system called Strela rush to knock it down.
Ага, ну от тільки що ми його наблюдали візуально.
На низах?
Так.
На низах, на низах.
Мопед, ну ДВС?
Ну,
Схоже,
ДВС,
да, на
ДВС
мопед.
точно. ДВС
Схоже
точно.
на мопед.
Їх просто херова туча.
Ну, будемо працювати, що не працювати, таке що.
After recapturing their drone, the team wastes no time. In war, every second is valuable. Every target found gives the men a crucial advantage to strike Russian equipment before it can strike them.
Yeah, the drones that you can just launch from your shoulder without like any fucking launcher system or whatever is super cool. It was a cool job. You can join. US Navy submarines are getting Xbox 360 controllers to control their periscopes. Yeah, isn't this like a very old news? Yeah, 2017. Yeah, we know about that. Interesting. Anatoly Stefan just now lists a number of commanders of the 4th Motor Rifle Brigade of the ex-DPR forces as 200 and adds that Klishivka near Bakhmut flank is Ukraine. From the bottom of my heart, I send my congratulations to the families of demobilized, to the Deputy Commander of the 2nd Army Corps from the MPZ Colonel T, the Commander of the 4th OMSR Colonel M, the 4th OMSBR, whatever the fuck, Deputy Commander. There's great hope for demobilization. Sanitary and irreversible loss of personnel up to 20 people. Weapons and military equipment is being specified. Klishivka is Ukraine. Positions in military ranks are good, so it's this... So headquarters was hit and high-ranking officers died. Klishivka is Ukraine is just the same as Crimea is Ukraine. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have it under control. It just we acknowledge that it's part of Ukraine and always will be. Russian Ministry of Defense emergency meeting on incidents over Bryansk. Damn, secret footage. Where'd they get it? So currently there's a siren going on. Is something happening? There's strikes, maybe from the south. Interesting statements by Zelensky from the Pope. Russia itself attacked the Kremlin to justify its actions in Ukraine for society. With all the due respect to His Holiness, we do not need mediators in the negotiations. We need a just peace. More than 70% of Belarusians are against Russia and support Ukraine. Russians are maybe using Caliber missiles. Right now. Not clear. Okay. Germany is going to give to Ukraine the biggest military aid package since the beginning of the war. The 2.7 billion euros package will include 20 BMP Marder, 30 Leopard 1 tanks, 18 wheeled howitzers. Is that the Panzer Haubitze 2000, but the one that is not maybe 2000, but the one was on the wheels? Or are they all on the wheels? RCH 155, what is that? Is that the short super cool version of it? Yeah, we like those. These look dope. No, 18 wheeled howitzers with wheels. Looks ugly. It's super good. It's one of the most sophisticated howitzers in the world. 4 air defense systems, Iris-T. 4 air defense systems and 12 launchers and hundreds of missiles for it. So 4 batteries, 3 launchers each. 200 reconnaissance UAVs, 100 combat vehicles. IFVs? Combat vehicles. What? These ones? Okay. Yeah, I got it. 7 Russian Tu-95M bombers have taken off from Olenya airfield. That's why we have alarm. Earlier in Romania, they set up a repair station and said they would be able to repair them, so it makes sense if they supply them. It's true, makes sense.
The first shells in this war first landed on Bakhmut on the 17th of May last year. And that's almost a complete year ago, all but a couple of days. And in that year, Bakhmut has been reduced to a ruin. But this week, it began to change a little bit. There have been some counterattacks by the Ukrainians. On Tuesday, the 5th Assault Brigade actually pushed to the south and around the area of Ivanisk. And that began to outflank Bakhmut to the south. And then the 10th Mountain Brigade, Assault Brigade, the 10th Assault Mountain Brigade, began to push to the north, towards Bodenivka. And that created a second locus of attack. And what is happening in Bakhmut now may become irrelevant if the Ukrainians are able to complete the circle, if they're able to push both north and south of Bakhmut and surround the Russians who are bombarding the city. We'll see. It might be a big ask, but undoubtedly that's what the Ukrainians are trying to do. And they're trying to worry the Russians by launching these quite strong counterattacks north and south of the city. And Russians have clearly withdrawn from those areas to 3 or 4 kilometers away. And they've left the Wagner troops, who are in the middle of Bakhmut, exposed both on north and south, both of those flanks. So the question is this the beginning of the big Ukrainian offensive? Well, it's certainly an offensive action. And to understand it, we need to see it in context with everything else that's going on. And so the Ukrainians might push in the next week or two at Kreminna, where they fought for very strongly, Soledar, which they're quite close to already, Avdiivka, which they fought very, very hard over, and Vuhledar, where they've withstood constant Russian attacks, but not actually given much ground. And so the Ukrainians might well try to, as it were, push the Russians, pressure them in any one of these places to make the Russians commit their reserves.
Based Ukrainian names of cities.
But this is only one front.
Not Russian variation.
A very big front. If we look at the whole front between Russia and Ukraine, the fighting front, that's 960 kilometers long. And anywhere along that front, the Ukrainians might try to launch their offensive, maybe up in the northern part, the northeast, in Kharkiv province, maybe to push much more strongly in the Donbass to get back a lot of the territories that they have lost. Quite likely somewhere in the south, if they can, to cut the land bridge between the Donbass and Crimea, which is just off this map to the south, or maybe in the southwest, in Kherson, where they already did very well before Christmas. They might try to get across the
Or maybe we
river.
just attack Moscow right away.
When commanders are thinking
dig in
about
tunnels,
this, they have to think about how to fool their opponent. It's like a game of chess between commanders. How to as it were, feint and decoy.
Is game of chess really like a bunch of like feints and shit like that? Don't you like on the highest level? Can you even do that? I don't think you can do feints at the highest level, no? It's like maybe in the end game, I guess.
To make the other side commit more troops quickly in order to see where the gaps are. And that game of chess looks as if it's beginning now in Bakhmut. The Ukrainians have a good reason to try to hold Bakhmut for symbolic reasons, but I bet this is not the locus of the main attack. It may be part of it, but I bet this is only part of a...
It's hard to say. Again, somebody said it recently, and I think it's very, very smart. You can't know. You can't possibly know, because if the front line is going to collapse, if we're pushing and prodding in Bakhmut area, and the Russian front line will collapse, we will keep pushing, and it may become the main point of attack.
Preliminary process that the Ukrainians are going through. Meanwhile, at the other end of the world, the politics of this goes on. In South Africa, this ship, the Lady R, which is a ship belonging to a Russian transit company called Transmorflot, which is already sanctioned by the United States. It's an illegal company in the US view. And this ship, the Lady R, came down the west coast of Africa, docked with its transponders turned off in Simonstown, which is the naval base next to Cape Town in South Africa. It unloaded and loaded during the night, only ever during nighttime hours. And then, again, with its transponders off, it left and is on its way back, or has been on its way back for some time now, to the Black Sea. And so this is a ship behaving very suspiciously on behalf of Russia. The Americans this week said that this ship, they think, is carrying arms from South Africa to Russia. And that's a big political issue for both South Africa and the United States. The South African government have said, well, we'll investigate it. There's something wrong here, but we don't believe that that's the case. The Americans have gone public on this, which is actually quite a big thing to do. And South Africa is going to be embarrassed by this because officially South Africa is neutral in the war, but its neutrality has been questioned by the visit of Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia, not so long ago, joint exercises with Russia and with China a couple of months ago.
Listen,
and
South Africa is definitely not feeling grateful for the West helping it destroy apartheid there.
General attitude which the South African government takes towards the war. This is one big diplomatic spat at the moment. I think it'll run for a while yet, but it indicates a much bigger battle which is taking place as the Ukrainian offensive gets going, and that is the battle for world opinion. The battle between the Western view of this war, that it's a fundamentally important war about freedom, democracy, and the march of the dictatorships in the world, as opposed to the global South, and South Africa is a very important country in the global South, who just don't see it in that way.
South African government is fucking degenerate. I lived there for 2.5 years. I've seen crazy shit there happen. President doesn't even know how to read numbers.
President Volodymyr Zelensky is in Rome, where he's meeting Italy's leaders ahead of an audience with Pope Francis. Now, this was the moment he arrived at the Prime Minister's residence in Rome, where he was greeted by the
So are Italians like super religious or what?
Italian President Sergio Mattarella. Shortly after this, he met the
Mattarella.
Italian Prime Minister
I'm sorry.
Giorgia Meloni. She's been one of Ukraine's more vocal backers, although polls suggest that Italian people overall are opposed to sending Ukraine more weapons, as are some of her
Vatican is
coalition
independent.
partners. Or more now from the BBC's Sofia Bettiza in Rome.
More than 1,000 security
Wow, she looks super either French or Italian.
officers have been deployed in Rome today. Now, this is
I mean, judging by her name,
the first
obviously
time
Italian.
that President Zelensky visits Italy since Russia invaded Ukraine last year. He has had a meeting with his counterpart, Italian President Sergio Mattarella.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. You deal with it. If you live in Italy, that's your problem. I only care about weapons and military support to Ukraine, and she's doing a good job, apparently.
They had a private meeting that lasted for about 25 minutes, and some of the things that they discussed were economic sanctions against Russia, the kidnapping of Ukrainian children, the need to step up the fight against pro-Kremlin fake news, and Ukraine joining the European Union. After the meeting, President Zelensky said, "I want to thank Italy. I'd like to hug each Italian one by one for the support that they've offered to Ukraine. We share common values." Italy is a country that historically has always had strong ties with Moscow. And actually, since Russia invaded Ukraine, Italy has become a haven for pro-Kremlin disinformation and propaganda. Now, Zelensky has pleaded...
Yo, behind you, Mr. President, the guy with the fucking sword. What the fuck? He's there. He's about to lunge.
Time and time again. And in fact, the UK a few days ago agreed to send missiles to Ukraine. You've got Germany, the UK, the US, all sending tanks to Ukraine.
Assassins.
Italy is also sending weapons.
He's about to have lunch.
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 There are people in Italy's coalition government who are not so keen on that. A clear example is Silvio Berlusconi. He's the leader of a centre-right political party that is currently in government.
Mr. Mozzarella.
And he
That's him, Mr.
is a
Mozzarella.
long-time friend of Vladimir Putin, Russia's president. The two of them have gone on holiday together. They exchanged birthday presents. And so, you know, quite a delicate diplomatic situation for Giorgia Meloni to deal with today.
That was Sofia Bettiza in Rome for us. And we are expecting a press conference with Mr. Zelensky and the Prime Minister of Italy.
Have you seen that Italian guy that, like, on TikTok makes sandwiches?
Giorgia Meloni a bit later on, and we'll...
He does it so carelessly, you know? He just picks up a bread, is like, puts some shit in there, wraps it up, gives it to a person.
We'll bring you that as soon as we get it. Well, Mr. Zelensky's visit to Italy comes as Russia has carried out a new wave of airstrikes
this is
on
BBC,
Kyiv and other cities
big
overnight. The authorities say the military intercepted all drones directed at the capital, but in the southern city of Mykolaiv, 3 people were injured in attacks, and in the western city of Mintsisky, critical infrastructure.
What did you say?
Injured in attacks, and in the western city of Mintsisky.
Khmelnytsky. What did she say?
3 people were injured in attacks, and in the western city of Mintsisky, critical infrastructure as well as residential and government buildings were hit. Now, the latest Russian strikes come as Ukrainian forces say they've made progress near the eastern city of Bakhmut. Our correspondent Hugo Bachega is in Kyiv.
Russia carried out another wave of airstrikes on Ukrainian cities overnight, and the Ukrainian military says that 21 drones were fired by Russia, those Iranian-made drones that Russia has been using to attack Ukrainian towns and cities, and that the country's air defense systems intercepted 17 of those drones. One of the targets was the region of Khmelnytskyi in the west of the country, where civilian infrastructure was hit. This is a transport hub in the west of Ukraine, and the authorities say at least 11 people were injured in that part of the country. The city of Mykolaiv was also hit, and at least 3 people were injured. Now, these latest attacks happen as Ukraine says it has made some gains around.
Bro, what really fucking grinded my gears is when they asked people to name the train stations in Ukraine. I just got reminded of it. So in Kharkiv, in Odessa, in Kyiv, and I believe in Lviv, right? Train stations. People renamed Kyiv train station to Central. This is Kharkiv station. This is Odessa station, I believe, and this is Lviv station, right? Why did they rename it to Central? It literally is name of the cities everywhere. Why not just make it Kyiv station? I don't understand. It's so confusing. It has to follow the same system. Bruh, don't ask people how to name shit. Streets, fine. But they also always select like stupid names. Kyiv Central Station. It's called Central Station. Central Station, Kharkiv Station, Odessa Station, Lviv Station. Why not Kyiv Station? I don't understand. It would be all after cities. It would be fine. I don't know, man. Just grinded my gears, kind of.
Central Station McStation face.
Yeah. Station McStation. Video of the explosion. Which explosion? Oh, oh, I remember. It's a very big explosion. It's they attacked something. Either like oil
Station
or something.
Mama's
like
mouth
that.
on my central region.
Or is this something different? Batteries? I've heard there was some piece of critical infrastructure. Huge attack on Mariupol. There was 2 explosions. Holy shit. Wow, that's a really big explosion. What the fuck? Yeah, bad moment, buddy. It's Ukrainian city, come on. Dude, kudos to the fucking operator. Didn't even get into cover or anything.
Ебать осколки нахуй.
It says shrapnel is flying.
Охуеть нахуй. Ебать, десь тут осколок впав нахуй. Охуеть.
There's shrapnel somewhere nearby. No, vacuum bombs are not that big. Obviously, they hit something that explodes. When you see an explosion like this, it's never the payload. You hear ammunition exploding, so it was ammunition depot most likely. Yeah. That's not good. Russians are saying it's a ammunition depot in Khmelnytsky. Somebody says this fuel explosion ammo looks different. Maybe it was fuel. Maybe it was fuel and then Okay. Let's look a little bit further if this is even if this is what we're seeing a big explosion, but do we know where is that explosion from? Let's not jump to conclusions a little bit too fast. It's a crazy explosion, but so I just like 10 minutes ago there was explosions in Ternopil. It's huge in Sweden? What is? Somebody says it's a plant that makes batteries. We'll get more info about it. No reason to like guess. There was Kukov's explosion, but there was 2 explosions. Perhaps the first one is fuel and the second one is ammunition. Oh, Eurovision, right.
Небезпечно, тому що ворог достає, ви бачили, до самого початку переїзду, він достає ствольною артою до нього.
Dude, people who make t-shirts and they put these fucking labels on the inside that scratch you are fucking stupid degenerates. I hate that. Whatever the fuck is the law that mandates that you have to do that is fucking stupid. It has to be, I never read that shit, okay? I don't give a fuck. Put it on the thing that I can cut off and I throw the fuck away. I don't want this shit on my t-shirt, bro.
Тому що майже зазвичай завжди тут висить Орлан 1-2, і вони слідкують. Якщо бачать цікаву ціль, а це особливо це Цезар, особливо там гради, урагани, вампіри, то звичайно по дорозі буде працювати ствольна арта ворога.
Потрапляли під обстріли?
А ви маєте
You
на
can
дорозі?
cut it off? Yeah, I cut it
А,
off
на
and
цій
it's scratching me.
Це от, а там ще спалений це. Особисто, щоб сказати, знаєте, що я попав під обстріл, це потім трошки жорстко. Те, що воно лягало десь збоку, і ти чуєш, що лягає, по дорозі так було. Тобто, якщо ви дивитесь, там, ну, нам видно, наприклад, там, вон в землі, бачите, чорні цятки. Це прильот. І це, якщо ти тут їдеш, то там непогано, то тобі так непогано вухо б'є насправді. От таке це вже в дорогу попало. От чули, да? Це яма, це в дорогу. Якби попало
You can pull
там,
out
по
one
тобі, то,
thread.
я думаю, від машини від тебе не лишилось. І оці всі ями отут, це не розбита дорога, це вон попадання. Так, чекай. Олег!
Доброго дня.
No, this one is holds the seam.
Ось протягом останніх крайніх тижнів яка ситуація в Авдіївці?
Ну, вона з кожен день різна. Фронт – це живий організм. І як ви бачите, от було тихо, зараз стало голосно. Могло бути навпаки. Зранку дуже голосно, ввечері дуже тихо.
No, I don't think I can remove it. It's gonna make the hole in the
зараз,
t-shirt.
бачите, вона міняється.
Але я так розумію, що авіація стала менше атакувати.
Ні, однаково.
За крайній місяць нічого не змінилося.
Не змінилося. Вона атакує багато, і багато вона місяць атакувала. Сьогодні по Авдіївці були прильоти НУРСів, це так звані некеровані авіаційні ракети. Тобто сьогодні були, і вони кожен день є.
Росіяни поновили свої атаки на Авдіївку з початку вторгнення, намагаючись взяти місто фронтально. В них не вийшло, вони намагаються оточити, взяти в кліщі. Яка зараз ситуація на фронті? І оцінюєте перспективи того, що Авдіївка може опинитись в повному оточенні?
Ну, вона,
The tag is at the bottom, to the left.
Дії ворог, кацапи
And it scratches my side.
Взяти в кліщі, в оточення, фронтально атакувати, нав'язати вуличні бої. Зараз тут діє Шторм Z, так звані підрозділи, які тілами своїх бійців проложують кожен метр, заходять помаленьку в Авдіївку, намагаються зайти в Авдіївку і нав'язати вуличні бої. Який з цих сценарій може зіграти, я не знаю, але в першу чергу...
So if you don't know where Avdiivka is, this is where it is. There it is. So this is Bakhmut and this is Avdiivka. Okay? This video is, what are we hearing now is quite dangerous, how Russians are razing Avdiivka to ashes.
Я впевнений в наших силах опору і, в принципі, без бою ніхто не здасть не Авдіївку.
Те, що ми зараз чуємо, так?
Ну, це досить небезпечно, так, те, що ви чуєте.
Це небезпечно?
Так.
Але це часто?
Так.
Виїжджати не хочете?
And of course some people
Уезжать?
live here.
Понимаете,
Of course.
в чем дело? Нет, уезжать нет, потому что жена сама здесь родилась. Здесь, как говорится, и родители ее, и бабки.
Bro, my fucking grandparents were visiting me today. And my grandma is like, it wasn't actually my grandpa, which is surprising. She says, isn't Yermak, who is the head of presidential office, a Russian spy? I'm like, where the fuck did you hear that, bro? Are you serious right now? Where do you hear that shit? Why are you so fucking stupid, dude? My grandpa is fine, yeah, he's doing alright. Dude, boomers are so fucking... I also told her, like, bro, if you have some issues with your phone, because she always has issues, right? I said that you can use ChatGPT. I explained to her that what you basically do is you just type the question and it just answers you the question. And I didn't even finish my sentence. She was like, I don't want it. I'm not going to do that. I was like, okay, fuck off. I was like, bro, you're just typing. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to learn anything new. And I'm like, oh my god. My light came out. Yeah, I was like, bro, all you have to do, you just type. You just type your question, it just replies. And she's like, no. I was like, okay.
Как я ее
You know
не
what?
оставлю одну здесь. Так что так. Каждый человек боится. Просто...
By the way, I ordered a new chair, guys. I ordered that IKEA Marcus chair. Everyone's talking about it. They're saying it's good. I ordered it. I'm gonna have a review of it next week, maybe.
С одной стороны, привыкает. К чему он привыкает? К тому, что, ну, оно уже как бы втягивается. Ну и на Бога только надеемся.
Dude, what is this explanation? You get used to it because you kind of get used to it, and God helps us.
Только на Бога надеемся. Потому
Okay.
что ложимся спать, молимся, кушать садимся, молимся.
Wow.
Вот сюда я поехал, помолился.
Wow, fantastic. What a story.
Утром встали, помолились, обязательно.
You tried 20
вот это
shares?
очень помогает, сильно помогает. Вот это, Бог дает успокоение. Вот успокоение такое, зная, что и как бы ты чувствуешь, что ты находишься под его
Well, how many people thought the same, right? And they're all dead now.
защитой.
What a fucking
Вот в чем
moron.
дело.
No, this is an old person. They're all fucking
Самое главное,
degenerates.
что вот это открыли сейчас относительно более-менее.
What is the chair that you
говорится,
chose at the end?
Налаживается такая вот жизнь. Хорошо. Так що так.
Льош, Олексій, де в тебе броньовано? Тут чи вже тут?
Броньована, я думаю, що
Оця штука має,
да,
да?
ця має бути броньована.
Але вона якась легенька.
Сором'язлива Ірина. Народилася тут моя мама, тут бабуся моя теж жила, працювала в школі в польській. Зараз я вам покажу.
Oh, damn. Okay. It looks a little bare bones. Is it comfy, really? Huh. Well, IKEA is fine. I don't think you can actually get anything really, really bad at IKEA. That's not the one. Bro, you had one job, bro.
Здавалося мені весь час. Зараз вона не
Is
є.
this one? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. I don't use headrests, so I don't know. Yo, it's on discount. Holy shit, it was 300, now it's 200. That's not bad. Fucking American prices, bro. Actually, IKEA was fairly cheap in Ukraine, so.
На жаль, дуже комфортним.
According to army sources located in Klinsky, in one of the helicopters there were officers of 2 artillery brigades and inspectors from the headquarters of the group who flew on an inspection to the location of artillery units. Used IKEA chairs for the last 20 years until I switched to HM. Herman Miller? Yeah, fucking millionaire, trillionaire fucker, dude. I almost pulled the trigger on that embody chair. It was $1,200 in America, but then I was like, I can't buy a $1,000 chair. That's just degenerate. I don't know. I just can't do that.
У мене десь з 15-го року було бажання теж якісь проекти там. І перший з проєктів це було встановлення велопарковок, які ми подавали як ще просто, не ХОшка, не громадська організація.
You have a Herman Miller chair?
Це був такий перший проєкт. Потім ми з колегами 19-го року об'єдналися і почали вже робити проєкти культурні.
It was 1,200 here too, free shipping. 2 laptops? I'm not gonna keep them. I will sell them. I'm not keeping laptops. I'll keep the chair. You understand the difference?
Завучем і вчителем географії. Тут навчалися мої діти. Син Данило і донька Марія. Тут працювала в бібліотеці моя дружина. Там от, до речі, музей
Buy it without trying it.
Можна подивитися.
The IKEA
В
Marcus?
музеї ми перше зібралися в 18-му році, і в нас тоді була теж така безумна ідея зробити
Why keep
перший
the
фестиваль
chair?
в
You can give
Авдіївці.
it to charity?
І, ну, в принципі, для першого разу був такий
What?
дуже масштабний фестиваль на площі біля ДК.
Олексію, ви були насправді тим, що зазвичай називають місцевим активістом.
Ну, так.
Намагалися робити щось круте в Авдіївці.
Так, ми хотіли, по-перше, ми розуміли, що місто подалі від таких обласних центрів, а молодь тут ж навчається, щоб у молоді було більше можливостей розуміти українську культуру. Теж спілкуватися з якимись людьми, які зазвичай в маленькі міста не приїжджають. Ну і, в принципі, кожен фестиваль це була можливість.
I got mine, brand new, never used condition from some company that went under. Herman Miller? Wait, you actually have Herman Miller chair? What the fuck? Jobla, I thought you had no money. You have a fucking $1,000 chair? Jesus Christ.
І майстер-класи були, ну, як це сказати, автори книжок приїжджали, поети, літератори, художники, ну, само собою музиканти. Ну, і...
This is the chair? What the fuck is this? What? It's a be-all end-all when it comes to healthy sitting and motion. Healthy sitting. Yeah, that's right. What the fuck is this, dude? Healthy sitting? Bro, it's always like short-haired woman, dude. Are you a short-haired woman? Because I'm into those. I wish this was my face, dude. She was fucking... Look at that. You're a long-haired boy? Get the fuck out of here. Ban that guy. Cringe.
І крім того, що просто привезти, показати щось на фестивалі, ми потім ще йшли...
$800 for a spring with a cushion on it. True. Fucking car spring, dude.
Не просто побачити, ну побачити це теж круто когось, да, як він там.
We have a nah emo, dude.
А ще й спробувати.
I think it's this one.
Якісь там конкурси у нас були теж. Останній фестиваль
2021 what is it? What is the...
на коронавірус. Ми зробили
that one.
разом з фондом Сергія Жадана. Це було тут.
That one is so good. I love that skull, is the best.
П'ятий, до речі, фестиваль Авдіївка ФМ. І там був конкурс. Конкурс до того організували українських каверів, гуртів. Ну і, в принципі, Старобільська група, гурт приїхав з Часового Яру, місцеві гурти в нас тут була теж є.
Ми зараз посеред Авдіївки, і Авдіївка перетворюється на руїни. Що відчуваєте ви, місцевий Авдіївка?
Why doesn't it work for me? Oh, I'm mistyping, dude.
Зараз вже, на жаль, от просто, знаєте, внутрі нічого такого,
що
болю. Ні, бувають такі дні, коли приїжджаєш, думаєш, ну там було ще, коли приїжджаєш, думаєш, відновимо, це легко. А потім вже, ну, масштаби ці дивишся і не розумієш, як...
Let him sit! Dude, I was watching Destiny, and he had this girl who is a lawyer in America, or like she will become a lawyer. She passed the bar and waits on some shit. And then she started asking him questions, and she said, so why did America blow up the Nord Stream pipeline? and then people in chat were like, look at my lawyer, bro, nah. That was so fucking funny, dude. Oh no, I lost the case, bro.
Ну, тобто, я все ж таки
сподіваюся,
що буде. Але скільки буде зусиль вкладено?
She was fucking stupid, holy shit.
Ну, навіть одну школу.
Imagine she fucking actually is your lawyer, bro. No.
Перший мурал, коли подавали.
Oh my god. Dude, for a person who's a lawyer, she based her views on nothing but hearsay. That's an actual legal term. What a fucking dumb bitch, bro.
Я назвав цей мурал як автор проекту Алея Мураль. Ну, тобто, ще не було такого розуміння, що це буде Алея Муралів, а це був перший. Дівчина Свобода. Ми так хотіли, щоб це був такий символ чогось, якогось руху вперед. Ну, після першого фестивалю ми такий мурал, це Олександр запропонував, тобто ми його озвучили, як ми би це хотіли. Ну, тобто, що ми закладаємо в смислі цього.
They disagreed in absolutely everything? Yeah, she said that literally in the beginning.
Мурал ще залишився.
She was like, I actually disagree with pretty much all of your political positions. And I was like, wow, really? Okay.
Дівчина, свобода. В нього якраз народилася дитина, і він такий намалював образ мати Всесвіт, яка там охороняє і Всесвіт, і свого малюка.
А це так символічно, Всесвіт руйнується.
Так, на жаль. На жаль, прилетіло саме... Ну, я думаю, що його, в принципі, можна відновити. Але не знаю, чи будинок.
Aren't those called paralegals? They do paperwork and nothing else?
Щоб покормити, погодувати.
Nothing to feed the dog?
Це від нас. Ну, якщо що, під'їжджаємо сюди. І взагалі лягаємо. Оце якраз робив Метінвест. У нас була така від Метінвеста платформа спільних дій. І вони зробили цю площадку і зробили мурали дівчинки і хлопчика.
There's a lot of murals there, holy shit.
Людей на вулицях немає, тут вже, мабуть, ніхто не живе, так?
Because cities are close to the front line?
Ми бачили, що тут люди є. Може зараз погода така, що пасмурна.
For many years now?
Ну тому що, да, зараз дуже... І оцей будинок Менделєєва 1, один з тих, де коли нас з гуманітаркою приїжджали...
Unidentified objects flown into Ukraine from Transnistria?
Може через погоду, може через інші...
Тут досі живуть 40 людей?
Do they want to provoke us to liberate that area?
Колись дітки повернуться?
Мені здається, не скоро, тому що, ну, повертатимуться сюди люди, як це було в 2015 році, коли є робочі місця, по-перше, і навіть зараз розуміння, що всі школи у нас, на жаль, зруйновані. А от, ну, тобто одна більш-менш, а, ну, повертатися з дітьми в місто, де є площадки, але немає, навіть є робота, але немає школи. Ну, тобто, сподіваюся, що, звичайно, це буде, але, ну, може, роки 3 пройде, коли тут з'являться діти. Там, здається, закрито, давайте сюди.
There's like 2,000 Russians there. We're gonna fucking mow them down in 3 days.
Нема. Не пройдемо. Ну, так. Це музичну школу теж відкрили, може, за півроку до... Тут було сольфеджіо. До речі, моя донька теж навчалася в музичній школі.
Oh shit, he gonna play?
Я зараз фортепіано перевіз до себе на Васильівку, намагаюся практикуватися і може зараз не знаю, що зіграти. Гімн зараз спробую.
He just plays every fortepiano he sees.
В принципі, працює.
Ваша донька навчалась саме на цьому фортепіано?
Так. А її вчителька Маслюк Ольга Ніколаївна зараз теж у Берліні теж.
Oh, he's from there. Oh man, that's sad, dude.
Ось 2 кімнати ми почали орендувати десь з 2019 року. і потім отримали грант і зробили ремонт, культурно-освітній простір і музичний простір. А поруч з нами орендували приміщення.
He was working here.
Точно не пам'ятаю, як називається ГОшка, але Настя, вона вела брейкданс і теж був дуже популярний напрямок. Багато дітей приходило.
Олексію, а чому ви продовжуєте їздити в Авдіївку? Ви ж, мабуть, могли б виїхати кудись подалі, спокійніше місто, з родиною.
Ну, по-перше, це в березні, коли ми створили цей гуманітарний штаб і почали возити. Ну, по-перше, розуміння, що є чим допомогти. Я вже казав, що окрім гуманітарної допомоги, яка для мене особисто така важка морально, це. Хоча теж є розуміння, що вона допомагає тим, хто зараз не має коштів для існування, все одно якась допомога. Дуже багато було, може, останній місяць це вже менше прохань, але перші місяці це було взагалі після Дня гуманітарної допомоги. Приходиш додому, язик поганий, ще в Авдіївці тоді перебував, і там 10 дзвінків ще треба розрулити на завтра. Ну, тобто була така паніка, що евакуювало місто тих, хто може поїхати, але ж я стикнувся з тим, що я не очікував, що стільки маломобільних лежачих людей може бути в місті. Це тільки на моїй пам'яті тих, кого ми евакуювали, і на Костелях, і, ну, тобто, 50 це точно. А взагалі, тобто, таких людей для мене це було відкриття. І це ж для кожного якісь потрібні особливі умови. Хтось може лежати, хтось там не може лежати. Це треба перевантажити потім в потяг. Ну, це такий виклик. Це евакуація теж, яка давала розуміння, що це потрібно зараз тут, а може не волонтерство десь у Дніпрі. Хоча я думаю, що в принципі, тобто тут було багато ж зв'язків і, і по-перше, ще таке розуміння, що оскільки багато органів державної влади виїхало, і до цього там гуманітарною допомогою займалося управління соцзахисту чи евакуацією. А зараз, тут, знаходячись тут, ми допомагаємо і евакуювати ті ж архіви, і людей, і техніку якусь зберігти, спасти, тому що, тобто, багато чого з містом пов'язує, і, тобто, розумієш, що щось робиш корисне в даний час.
Yeah, living near a road, it fucking sucks for sure.
Було таке бажання в мене теж спочатку піти до ТРО, але щось цей крок не зробив. Ще розумію, що все одно це все ще може статися. Тобто, волонтерство волонтерством, але розумію, що морально готовий, в принципі, і до служби. Але будемо дивитися, як тут далі складеться ситуація. Поки що тут.
Здрасте. Тетя Валь, это Яна, выходите отсюда.
У меня ни деток нету, никого, вообще ничего. Ну и с крышей ты то же самое видишь, Леша.
Хотите в Авдеевке оставаться, да?
Конечно. И дома. Дома, в своем доме я могла и рачки полазить, да, и в туалет, и все. Ехать я не могу.
Там же вот разбомбило рядом с вами. Не страшно?
А там страшнее будет.
Как-то однажды тоже озвучила женщина, по-моему, на вашей улице, Некрасова. Тоже женщина одинокая, дом ее разрушенный. Она приходила несколько раз на штаб, на 6-ю школу. Говорит, можно ли что-то получить, забить. Но она переживает за свой дом. Не хотела выезжать. Потом уже соседи говорят, что у нее какие-то проблемы. Когда был прилет, ее ранило, и у нее там чуть ли не загнивала.
Это с улицы
чуть ли не спина не загнивала.
Загнила шея, там завелись черви.
Когда уже такая ситуация, то есть человеку приходится выезжать. Люди переживают, где я буду, с кем я буду, что тут я дома. То есть, когда вот припекает, болезнь, или вот, человек беспомощный, тогда он уже понимает.
Вот наша тетя Люда, там у них бабушка есть еще парализованная.
Здрасте.
Нормально. Нормально. Все хорошо. Отлично.
Это же вы с Симикой переехали сюда?
Да. Нет, Симика, бабуля, но она сегодня ночь не спала, Леш. У нее было давление, поэтому лежит. Я ее напоила, положила, чтобы спала. Вот.
А як ви справляєтесь тут?
Ну, вот так справляюсь. Вот так вот падаю, видите, как? Вот так справляюсь. Справляюсь, хожу.
Їжі вам тут вистачає, так?
Ну, кушать мы огород сажаем, конечно.
А як ви саджаєте город?
Муж сажает один, а я контролирую.
Я уже показала ваше место на табуреточке.
Да. А я вон здесь сижу только. Я никто, то рулюю, как говорится.
Але звідси дуже недалеко до фронту, так?
Да, ну вот же рядом.
На бугарку.
Находить, заманить.
А тут, ну, чути, так, бойові дії у вас?
Ну, боевые действия очень сильно. У нас...
Вон прилетела
Хотя
крыша.
идите сфотографируйте, посмотрите.
Бух одна и вторая в сарае. Нет, сарая нету. Вон крыши там. Ну, дрова я только вот позавчера закончил. Сляпал.
Style.
Позапихал под крышу.
Style is everything.
Чтобы как-то выживать.
А город вам не страшно було садити?
Огород?
Да.
А чего бояться?
Ну, багато хто боїться тут в околицях.
Да боятся люди выходить, да. Ну, выходишь иной раз, сидь над головой, ну, свистнуло. Ну, не знаешь же, твоя пуля не свистит. Это я ж точно знаю, потому что я сам был военным.
That's right. You can't hear your own shell.
Там в саду 2 прилета, там дальше, он соседу гараж, 2 машины сгорели. Ну, хорошо сделаешь. А вот это вот последнее. Вот последний прыжок. Габаритный.
Це у вас тут навіть пулі?
Это пуля. По двору утром можно насобирать сколько хочешь.
Dogo, stop barking. Christ. Your own meaning the one that kills you? Yeah.
Видите, как хожу? Мне надо ходулки. Все разбили, мы повыносили. Все разбито. Уже нет сил, честно. Когда оно кончится? Кончится, чи не кончится?
А ви як думаєте?
Ой, я уже, честно сказать, не верю, уже что кончится. Каждый день слушаю вот эту программу. Боже мой, передают, наших убито столько ранено. Ну куда?
What is she fucking listening to?
Є Качко? Ну, записано на 11:20, нема?
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
Залевська.
It's treason.
Чорний, зелений, каркадем.
Працюєте?
Книжки читаю.
Ви книжки читаєте? Що ви читаєте?
Фантастику.
Фантастику? І це ви кожен день приходите сюди читати?
Когда как? Компьютер работает только от сил. Аккумулятор был.
А паперові книжки не любите?
У меня их сильно мало.
Мало? Десь привозять?
Горели остальные.
Кабачковий крем, кілька в томаті, тушонка і аджика. А це, виходить, майонез з тунцом.
І сюди можуть прийти в будь-який момент люди і
Да.
перекусити, так?
Да, в ожидании стирки, душа или зарядки телефонов.
Damn, that's waste.
За день сюди людей приходить.
Даже не скажу, наверное, под 100, если не больше. Вот такой бутерброд. Молодцы. А что поделаешь? Что есть, того и делаем.
Ну, зараз там люди купаються, не можу показати. Зайнято. Тут у нас парикмахер. Вона і чоловіків, і жінок стриже. Навіть ми фарбуємо волосся.
Damn, you can even dye your hair. Holy shit.
Тут можна попрати білизну і трошки підсушити. Сушилка є, можна підсушити. Це все за допомоги волонтерів було зроблено. І вони свої пральні порошки нам привозять, дезінфікуючі засоби привозять.
I mean, it would be best if people would just fucking move, of course, but...
Як вам було?
Хорошо, отлично.
У нас є дезінфектор. О,
ми протираємо ручечки, бачите? Протираємо ручечки, протираємо оці всі краніки, протираємо, за що тримають душика і змиваємо піддончик.
Пані Людмила, тут у вас велика черга?
Ну, десь буває такі дні до 60 чоловік миється. І до 30 приходять на прання. О.
А ви сама з Авдіївки, місцева? Так.
Місцева, зайка моя місцева.
Лишилися і допомагаєте, так?
Лишилася, допомагаю, бо маю допомагати. Я віруча людина, віручі люди завжди протягають руку допомоги.
А от з вашого досвіду, хто тут лишився? Які люди лишаються досвіду?
Not always.
Дуже різні. Знаєте, хто ще має роботу, працюють, хто більшість людей такого віку вже преклонного. Вони, ну як на серці мають, не можуть відпустити це, кудись поїхати, їх лякає щось нове. Вони бояться почути себе там, ну, непригідними, як сказати, знаєте. Є різні люди, хто з якої причини. Ну, таких, щоб там сказати, хто з чого на щось чекає, ні, я не думаю, що то таке може бути.
А скільки вам років?
Мені у травні вже 63 буде.
63?
Так. Я на пенсії. Діти виїхали, онуки виїхали. Я залишилася, допомагаю людям і собакам. Ну, на роботу завжди ходжу. Бачите, вон стоїть моя тривожна сумка. В сумці я маю документи і мінімальний набор білизни. Все. Більше нічого не треба. Якщо буде дуже-дуже, то хапила баба сумку та поїхала.
Ніколаївна, скільки вам років?
68 повних.
68? А як це ваш вік лишатися в місті, яке постійно обстрілює?
А немає куди їхати.
А нема куди їхати?
Немає куди. Діти всі роз'їхали, всі по квартирам живуть. Уже раза по 2, по 3 квартиры сменяли. Во-вторых, пенсия в Украине небольшая. Ну, дадут 2000 переселенческих, а квартира 6-8 тысяч.
А тут своє житло, так?
Ну, пока есть, слава богу. Терпим. Стараемся выживать. Ой.
А город будете садити?
А я ж посадила. Лучок посадила, редиска, вижу, вылезла. Таке, по чуть-чуть. На закуску. После п'ятика. Я все розказую.
Але тут, в принципі, є їжа, так? Можна в Авдіївці якось виживати.
Выживаем. Магазины работают. Очень хорошо гуманитарку сейчас. Ну, мы ходим по церквям. Вот 3 церкви у нас. Там сначала проповедь проведут, ну, эти, видать, секты.
Shops are open?
Ну, дают гуманитарочку.
Ви вже звикли, так, до цієї такої?
Звикли, да. Страшно, ну, надеемся на Бога. Я думаю, выживем. Пусть солдаты наши отбивают Авдеевку, охраняют ее. Мы просто хотим остаться дома. Просто остаться дома.
Подоляк. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's been a frontline city for 9 years. I guess if people haven't moved still, then they will never. No, it's not the guy. Podolyak is not the head of the office. It was someone else.
Ну, якщо ось на сьогоднішній день підрахувати, більше 20 дірок на території лікарні. Прямих.
No, I've never been there. Not before, not after.
Цей корпус. Ну,
I've been to Crimea.
Вдах. Над нами отут. І там 2. А рядом це, я ж кажу, більше 20 дірок.
Ну тут перебувати досить небезпечно, але ви тут знаєте, що...
А де зараз безпечно в місті взагалі?
Not after. This is before the war, so.
Вон, пожалуйста, печка стоит, а на печке уже там что хочешь. Извините, у нас даже собаки-охранники есть, потому что
Just to underline,
сохраняют. Плюс кипяточек и все остальное. Да, скромно. Ну что делать? Пошли дальше. Степановна, это наше, не пугайся.
Добрий вечір.
Добре.
Наша медицинская младшая медсестра. Вот комната, где мы кушаем. Казалось бы, все очень скромно, но вот наш спаситель. Сейчас сделаем кофе.
Ви справляєтесь без водопостачання, без світла?
Без світла генератор. 3 на добу, час 15. Телефони, пауербанки, фонарики позаряджати. Тепло, буржуйки. Уже легше, вже весна. А вода було як? КПСС привозили нам воду питтєву. Технічно у нас є скважина. Це шланги, розгортаємося, через генератор включаємося. А зараз КПСС уже не розвозить. Була технічна, тепер стала питтєва. Ми через фільтр проганяємо.
А що за цей рік для вас було найважче?
Невизначеність. Як людей підтримувати? Співробітників. Ніхто не знає, коли це закінчиться. Але кожен день і гуп, і гуп. Коли шумно, коли дуже шумно. Вибігаємо в коридор. Коли в підвал, коли дуже шумно. І ніхто не знає, коли це все закінчиться. Жити хочуть всі. Але ще хочеться, щоб і лікарня залишилась. Щоб місто якось вижило. Дивися, ой, важко, скільки руйнувань. Тим паче, що ми інколи вириваємося на квартири подивитися, хоч що там. А що дивитися? Вже нема ні дверей, ні вікон, нічого нема. Ну, а ми є. Лікарня поки є.
Ну, а за цей рік ви ні разу не думали, що може вам теж треба виїхати?
Як не думали? Ми теж люди. Кожен день трошки люди виїжджають, але їх багато залишилось. Не буде людей, що нам тут робити? Боже, мені є де поїхати. У мене є сім'я, є місто, де я можу виїхати. І банально усі мої співробітники наші. Але люди то є. Ну як їх залишити? Колись пішов клич, що лікарню евакуюють. Вони прибігають. Дайте що-небудь з ліків. Ви предателі, ви нас бросаєте, ви виїжджаєте, як ви можете. Та підождіть, кажу. Ми поки працюємо, поки є можливість. Хто б тут сидів, якби людей не було? Он хтось іде, а собачка вже дзвіночок. Так і живемо.
Драматичний мужичок?
Так. З 21 березня. Минулого року.
Минулого року на цього?
Минулого.
Ви тут живете, працюєте безвласно, так? Оцей місяць, квітень, як часто до вас ви лікували, надавали допомогу?
Ну дивіться, на теперішній час, при тому, що в лікарні є 2 лікарі, я і хірург, я терапевт і хірург. На щастя, поранених трошки менше. Люди вміють ховатися по підвалах, поранених менше. Але і вони є.
У вас тут немає анестезіолога, тобто ви робите якісь нескладні маніпуляції, так?
Дивіться, не тільки нема анестезіолога, нема операційного блоку, нема медсестер операційних. Але є хірург. Ті малі або рани, які потребують первинної хірообробки, або до того маніпуляції хірурга, які він може зробити амбулаторно, це ми можемо. Це знеболювальне і шовний матеріал. Це можна.
Як часто ось за цей період вам не вдавалося врятувати когось?
Були хворі, поранені, які помирали тут. МЧС, ну, це не медики, але вони оперативно працювали, вони привозили. Але привозили реанімаційних хворих. Тут же, в приймальному відділенні, в самому кімната, ми надавали реанімаційні міри.
I mean, it is possible that we shot down aircrafts over the territory of Russia. That would be super fucking based.
Я дав 65 лікарських довідок про смерть. В цьому році вже, ще тільки квітень, померло 37 осіб, які в місті вмирають не за рахунок травм, пошкоджень або отруєнь. Це смерті ненасильницькі за рахунок хвороб. Багато людей похилого віку. Багато людей з соматичними захворюваннями.
Every day the front page of Reddit is nothing but Ukraine and Russia. You have a problem with
Довідку про
that?
смерть надав бабусі 96 років.
Largest continental war in Europe after World War II.
Бабуся теж 88.
You think it's not worth to talk about?
Де діти, де онуки, де, як кажуть, наш дитячий долг перед ними їх довести до смерті. Але вони тут є.
Де ви сили берете?
А кому зараз легко, а?
In what way it's what? Important?
Подивися, як хлопці держать оборону. Як
You think something is not very important when it doesn't happen in your country? You think it won't reach you?
І такі ж люди, українці, в місті, а вони є. По підвалах. Вони приходять і розказують, як їм важко. Наше діло
It's a huge war on a global level. All the countries in the world pretty much are involved in this, in what way or another. And
І ви знаєте, вони
the resolution of this war will determine global security for decades.
Ми дуже раді.
The fuck are you talking about?
Храни вас Господь. Будьте тут з нами. І їм легше. І ви знаєте, інколи буває таке, а може і правда ми повинні з ними бути. Вони ж люди. А ви медики. А наше завдання надавати медичну допомогу. І хтось її повинен надавати.
Це ваш?
Ні.
Very compassionate.
Все забито, вікон нема. А що ти зробиш?
That's sad. It's gonna be a lot of sad info after the war too. A lot of interesting info, but a lot of sad shit. Okay, what is happening? Okay, so preliminary data says that in Ternopil, Russians hit the plant areas. Antheon is following 5 channels. One of them is Socialism S4A with a hammer and sickle profile picture. Oh, I see. It's not very surprising, right? Some fucking commie fucking bastard comes into the stream and starts asking, I'm just asking questions, guys. Why are you so upset? I'm just asking questions. I'm just being a fucking degenerate, worthless piece of fucking human garbage dog shit. Get the fuck out of here, commie bastard. Better dead than red. Okay. Zelensky evening video says, today in Rome, there is a result. We have become stronger. Italy will continue to support Ukraine as much as necessary. There's also a joint declaration with Italy today. All important things are the European Union. Italy supported the start of the negotiations in 23rd year. Correct and timely signals regarding NATO. That's good. Is that what Zelensky going to be doing? He's going to be going to different countries and basically making them, forcing them, mind controlling them to support Ukraine accession to NATO? NATO? Is that what's up? That sounds pretty good. Yeah, well, mind control, Zelensky mind control is the best type of mind control. He just tells you, man, Vlad has 3 fucking channels? That's crazy. He just tells you, like, how it's going on. And he appeals to your humanity and it works, you know. What is this?
Today, I proudly welcome Balenciaga as the 32nd ally of NATO.
What?
Viva la Balenciaga.
Balenciaga to be cornerstone of European defense.
Does it make me a Russia sympathizer?
We do not want an escalation.
Well,
from
of
other
course,
brands,
Russia is
but
not.
At the same time, we are supportive.
Russia is not a communist country, right?
We will be glad to see fans of Balenciaga on our red light district.
It's so stupid.
We no longer need tanks and missiles. We have Balenciaga.
They all are like in Balenciaga outfits.
Hungary is actually against Balenciaga's accession.
Better than pasta and wine.
We fucking knew it.
Balenciaga.
The music is fucking bad though. Why can't politicians dress like this IRL? Because some fucking Twitter fucking losers are gonna scream they look like Nazis or some shit. I don't know, man. I don't think I don't think they all look like wear suits and shit, but I saw a comment that you debated Grisha again. I didn't debate him again. It was only once. I said that I will join his chat after Crimea is going to be returned. Why would anyone dress like that? I don't think anyone actually dresses like that. It just like shows on the fashion shows and stuff like that. They do in Russia. They all wear Gucci, Louis Vuitton, etc. Yeah, but it's like tasteless. Just because you buy something expensive doesn't mean it looks good. It's either East or West winning this thing. Well, obviously the West is gonna win, right? As always. West is best. I'm glad that we have such support and partners, because that just, you know, that just politics. I remember some fucking degenerates were joining chat and were like, it's not fair, 53 countries support Ukraine. Well, isn't that good politics? Didn't we win political war, basically? Fair? It's war. Well, yeah, they were saying it's unfair, yeah. I mean, Russians are weird, man. They say that they are the second strongest army in the world, and then they're complaining that we're getting Storm Shadow missiles. Don't call it West. There are a lot of countries on the East supporting Ukraine. On the east of what? Maybe of you, but probably not me. I don't think any country east of me like really supports Ukraine. I mean, there's some countries that Azerbaijan sent us some humanitarian aid and stuff like that. But many of the news headlines seems like ads for weapon manufacturers. I don't know if this is going to be surprising to hear this, maybe for a person like you, but weapon manufacturers save lives. The weapons that we receive allows us to protect our sky, destroy Russians without them destroying more cities, and win this war. Unironically, the weapons that we're receiving saving thousands of lives of Ukrainians. Those count as Western. South Korea or Japan? Well, yeah, isn't it like Western bloc, not necessarily the fucking point on the map, or am I wrong? That was my impression. What is this? Behind closed doors. Is it from the leaks? Okay. Behind closed doors, Zelensky has proposed going in a more audacious direction, occupying Russian villages to gain leverage over Russia, bombing a pipeline that transfers oil to Hungary, and pining for long-range missiles to hit targets inside Russia.
Is that based or what?
Yeah, the camera froze again. Why is it doing that? I don't know why. Don't ask me. Oh man, why does it fucking do that, bro? I don't get it. Almost every fucking stream lately, no? There's no dark mode. Kumara. I think it's a fucking... Kumara. The name is literally South Korea. How can it be West or East? South Korea is because because Korea was split into North and South Korea. It was split like this, not vertically. Or are you trolling? I didn't get it. What happened to the dirty bomb thing? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the news that Russia started spreading that we're preparing a dirty bomb? Yeah, well, wasting your time on Russian news, that's a good one. Yeah, we don't do that here. We only have clean bombs. We wash them in pig fat before shooting Akhmat. I'm just checking all the fucking tabs I have here. Well, this video is going to be too much for the stream, never mind.
Ну, на свои...
Вот это вот парни.
Parny.
My guy, you.
Just checking the tabs. My guy. Okay. I need to take this out and put it here. Yeah, we've heard that Lukashenko is in the hospital. How have Putin and Zelensky has not been assassinated yet? It's not a fucking movie. It's not that easy. Everyone has security over 24/7. Russia doesn't have the capabilities. Our counter reconnaissance works really well. But also, from our side, it seems like killing Putin might not necessarily stop this war. So, honestly, nor killing Zelensky. We're not going to give up. We're going to be just even more mad about this. Okay. Guys, do you want to listen to some Noam Chomsky on the... I know that he's a fucking degenerate, but I guess we can cringe a little bit or what? Apparently some podcast 4 days ago. No way. No. Okay, let's take a look at this Noam.
Here we also had a conversation which was in depth regarding the Ukraine-Russia crisis. We've been seeing the conflict escalate and continue to escalate up until today. And we've seen also President Biden going to Ukraine in the past month to meet with President Zelensky, and with ongoing threats of escalation, nuclear escalation, with the treaty being removed, the nuclear treaty being removed. So our listeners wanted me to ask you on your updates, your current update perspective on the conflict, and where do you think it's going from this point on?
Let's hear your predictions, my guy. The guy who was absolutely wrong all this fucking time.
Side comment before I get into it. How many presidents or high officials visited Baghdad when the United States...
Bro, he's pivoting immediately. Oh my God, what a bad faith fucking actor, dude. He's pivoting. It's like, what aboutism, bro? Holy shit, my guy.
States was demolishing it. Zero. In fact, the peace activists in Iraq were ordered to leave because life was so impossible.
Talking points. I know about Baghdad. I know about that.
Under the U.S. attack. Does that tell you something?
No, it tells me you're a fucking moron.
Something you're not allowed to talk about.
No, you're absolutely allowed to talk about it. Everyone fucking talks about it, and it's fucking boring.
Well, whataboutism. Okay, it's a way of
it is called.
Attention.
It is called whataboutism. That's true.
What is highly important and recognized throughout, certainly throughout the global South, but even in Europe, the hypocrisy is just beyond shocking, and it's having an effect. Well, what's happening in Ukraine?
Is he saying that the whataboutism was made up to not talk about those issues? That's not what whataboutism is. It's when you're being asked a question about one thing and you pivot to an absolutely different thing.
The war is escalating. Ukraine is suffering bitterly. Huge number of casualties. The Ukrainian army's been apparently virtually destroyed. No. Young recruits.
Guys, Ukrainian army destroyed. We lost 1,000 tanks in the first second of the war. Didn't you know that? Oh my God. I'm literally in the cellar right now. They're grabbing people on the streets.
Not very well trained.
Zelensky will literally conscript me if I leave my bunker.
The huge casualties on the Russian side. Civilian casualties, we don't know the details. the United Nations estimates 7,000, which is surely a serious underestimate, maybe twice, 3 times that many. Pretty serious. I mean, it's not Iraq, it's not the American kind of war, but it's bad enough. And
It's not an American kind of war. Oh yeah, those American wars, wars where they raise the cities, destroy infrastructure, launch missiles on into fucking civilian homes that are that don't have any, like, non-precise missiles are used over the cities. Yeah, those are. Oh wait, those Americans don't actually do that. Oh, it's the Russians that did that. Oh, okay.
it can increase. Now it's tanks.
Yeah, those fucking Americans fighting wars and not even annexing territory. Cringe.
Beginning to be jet planes. The American military has, actually Washington Post had an article.
I'm banning 1 hour old accounts if they post obvious trolling. It depends if the trolling is funny. What is he saying? Won't you think of the military-industrial complex? Is this guy basically saying that wars are equal bad because they profit military-industrial complex? Is that what he's saying? You're such a fucking moron. You banned another one? Oh, who was it? I didn't see him. Ah, dumbass девушка? Dumbass? That's a clever name. Yeah, you can ban that shit.
A couple weeks ago pointing out that
If it's like some cringe trolling, yeah, of course.
the U.S. American forces basically are directing the fire of the advanced weapons, HIMARS and others that are being used.
Oh, I can't wait for Russia to win this war. You're right. You can't wait, and you will never wait for that moment to come. It will never happen. Fucking clueless bitch. Lick my gooch.
Most of the world sees this as a proxy war.
Curing disease is bad. That's true, guys. Medicine is bad. It profits medicines companies. Okay, have you seen those profit margins on the medicine companies? They're absolutely tiny. Oh my god. Did you saw those medical and military companies being at the top of the evaluation in the world? Oh, never mind. It's the companies that make fucking phones and deliver you shit. That's right. Never mind.
Russia, United States fought over Ukrainian bodies, and it's become harder and harder to avoid that conclusion. If the war,
U.S. doesn't need to annex. They have IMF and the World Bank. You're saying as if economic annexation, or what are they calling economic? I've heard this stupid fucking phrase. Anyway, you're a fucking communist dipshit, okay? You have no fucking clue how politics works, how governments function, if you believe in a system like that. You are, I assume you're from America, because that seems to be a source of that degenerate thinking lately. You're at least the loudest about it. You have the time to go to Twitch, a platform that is owned by Amazon, to, I don't know, fucking talk, watch ads, give me revenue, ad money, you know? Talk about some stupid shit. I bet you fucking use Amazon deliveries. I bet you fucking go to Starbucks or some other shit. I bet you have an iPhone, bro, that you're typing currently. Did he get nuked? What happened? Oh, he's now a suspicious user. That's why. It's how does Twitch do that? That's fucking crazy. How do they do that? That he's a suspicious user? Are you guys like reporting him or some shit? WEF is trying to annex Ukraine. What? WWE, you mean? I've been banned in the other channels for even mentioning Ukraine in the wrong context. Yeah, you think that's unjustified? Don't you think that you're on the wrong side of history right now? Anyway.
war continues to escalate, Ukraine will be, the economies very severely harmed. Not like Iraq or Libya or targets of American attack, but bad enough serious, and it's going to get worse.
Guys, remember, the worst damage is economic damage. Am I right? It's not the cities that are completely destroyed. It's not the thousands of civilians who are dead. It's not the tens of thousands of civilians that are wounded, have to abandon their homes, move to completely different countries. It's the economy, right?
Pretty soon,
Why are these leftists are so fucking jerking off to economy that like it's the worst fucking thing? So stupid. I just don't understand it. It's like it's so fucking dumb.
Increase tanks, jet planes, and so on. Russia will probably retaliate by a harsher attack against Western Ukraine, against supply lines, run to.
This guy does not understand the capabilities of Russia at all. I feel like if you want to be a political commentator on a war, I think you need to understand how military stuff works as well. Because when Vlad says that he doesn't know how military stuff works, he comments on the politics of it, but never the holistic situation like this guy is trying to say. Against supply lines, what the fuck is he talking about? Russia has been all in from day one. I mentioned right sector in the Euromaidan riots and got insta-banned by one channel. Yeah, because right sector is a very small nationalistic cell in Ukraine that is currently very, very busy just protecting Ukraine from Russians. And it was created in response to increased Russian influence in our country. They are not Nazis. They don't want to kill Jewish people, black people, whatever the fuck. We don't even have black people in Ukraine. We'll start with that. They're just extremely against Russians, which is, absolutely understandable. In Azov Battalion, there's people of different faiths, different religions. Maidan Revolution was an absolutely fantastic thing that happened in Ukraine. We basically said that we will not be a vassal state for Russia. Unfortunately, it happened a little bit too late, later than other countries that did it, like Estonia, Lithuania, Poland, etc. But, it's an inevitable process. You live in a country, I live in a country. On one side, we have Poland, a country that is developing vastly, that is part of Europe, part of NATO, and was like with us on the same level, so to say, until they chose a different direction. And then you have Russia, a country that is governed by corrupted politicians, by mafia state, basically. And then our people in Ukraine were like, well, what the fuck? We obviously don't want to live in a shithole that only jerks off to fucking USSR flags without any kind of basis behind it. It's just a propaganda, like red rag for the bull for you to chase. It has no substance. It has no ideas. It just like, wasn't USSR great? And boomers are like, oh, I lived there. And nobody here in Ukraine wanted that, and we just moved towards Europe, and Russia couldn't stand that. Russia couldn't lose a country. They couldn't lose a satellite state, and they invaded us. So when people try to insert conversation about right sector and Maidan, it's just you're just a bad faith actor. You're either bad faith or you're just plain stupid. So you should be punished by being banned from the chat. I give you an opportunity to speak, but it's only because you're pathetic.
Conflicts with NATO. At that point, you're moving up the escalation ladder to term.
Any kind of, just so you know, any kind of riot is going to have radical groups. In America, it's both on the right and left. Was Yanukovych democratically elected? Yeah, people voted for him. And then Do you know how Yanukovych was elected? In 2004, because I'm Ukrainian, let me educate you. In 2004, he ran against Yushchenko, and Yanukovych won, but then Yushchenko demanded investigation into the voting, and turned out there was a lot of fraudulent voting. They did the recount, and Yushchenko won the election. Yanukovych in 2004, his whole campaign was pro-Russian. In 2008, when he won the election, he really changed the tune. He was extremely pro-Western, very pro-European, and he said that he will put Ukraine into the EU. And when the time came for him to sign the document, basically, to start the, I don't remember specifically, but it was like a European, something concerning Europe. The parliament voted for it, and he vetoed the document. And that's what prompted riots. My guy was telling the whole fucking European Association Agreement. My guy was telling the whole country that we will be with Europe, and then he just vetoed that. So the curtain fell off. Everyone got absolutely enraged. People also, aren't you a fucking leftist? Or don't you support people taking power into their own fucking hands, you fucking dipshit? He was bought. Yanukovych was always pro-Russian. Yanukovych got fucked by the people. He ran away, surprise, surprise, to Russia. And we voted him out. The parliament legally voted Yanukovych out and removed his presidency. All the bullshit about there was not enough certainly not Western intern. Bro, 1 million people came out to protest. I literally explained to you that we have 2 countries on our borders and one lives much better than the other 2. Who the fuck do you think we're gonna, if you don't like West so much, move to some fucking third world, fucking dipshit non-Western country that has no healthcare, no fucking infrastructure, no economy, and live in some fucking shack and jerk off to a fucking red hammer and sickle flag, you fucking dipshit, okay? You're just a pathetic, fucking disgusting cunt. Because I'm wasting my fucking time explaining to you what happened inside of my own country, and you have the audacity to tell me that you know better. You know nothing. It's because it's not the first time I see a fucking degenerate like you. I despise you. I don't even think you're a human being. You're just a fucking brainlet fucking moron with liquid inside your fucking skull. Okay? I have zero fucking respect for people like you. You have no clue what you're talking about, but you're fucking visiting different chats, sharing your dog shit opinion that nobody fucking asked for. And here I am, living my whole life in Ukraine and staying in Ukraine, even when the war happened. And you don't give a fuck about that. You don't give a fuck about what person who lives in the country, who supported these movements, who is absolutely 100% behind them. You don't give a fuck what they think because you have just whatever. You have your own fucking reality that you live in. You just can't comprehend how somebody could willingly want to be part of the West while you yourself live in the Western countries and reap the benefits. I don't sink to the levels of dehumanizing people. Oh, yeah, you don't? Oh, that's funny. That's arguable. But regardless, just to finish my thought, Yanukovych ran away to Russia, and he was voted out by parliament unanimously, unanimous vote. And all that cringe that you may hear that there was not enough voting, according to Ukrainian law, there has to be, I believe, 365 or 360 votes in order to pass something, and it was like 340 or something like that. And the reason for that was because all the Yanukovych party didn't show up for a vote. So Surprise, surprise. Yanukovych fled to Russia, and now, 8 years later, we had information about Yanukovych being in Belarus, writing a letter to Zelensky to give up, and he wanted to be reinstated as the president. It's fucking hilarious. We selected another president. It was a vote in the whole country. It was Poroshenko, and after Poroshenko, Zelensky was elected. Fair and square. Everyone voted in the country. It was extreme turnout, and Zelensky now is probably the best, not even probably, hands down, the best president we had in the history of our country. Who told him to give up?
Gnome Como Sky.
He ran away like a bitch. Because he ordered Berkut, his personal police state, to start shooting protesters. He knew that he was going to get killed by the mob. Too bad he escaped. So.
Normal war. Putin has made statements, inflammatory statements.
And then there's an absolutely beautiful video of how Ukrainian government opened the Yanukovych residency that he built on Ukrainian taxpayers' money, and how the just degenerate levels of lavish living and expenditure on bullshit were uncovered. A fucking golden toilet. Motherfucker had a golden toilet out of gold, and just a piece of bread, loaf of bread out of gold. And these commie fucking degenerates, here it is. And this commie fucking degenerates go into the chat and argue, don't try to confuse me, you fucking dipshit. 1930s propaganda, suck my cock and drink my cum, you fucking whore. I'll make you my bitch, dude. You're trying to, like, it's so fucking weird when you have a worldview that is like, oh my God, communism is good, and then you don't actually go deep inside what makes your worldview your view. You don't understand communism, because all of this shit supposedly goes against your beliefs, but now when Russia is involved, which is it's center of USSR, your brain like shuts off, and all these things suddenly don't matter. Calls me a degenerate, but then tells me to suck his dick and drink his cum. I think that's the only thing you're good for. You're a little fucking sissy boy cunt. That's who you are. Lady boy cum guzzler. I have literally not heard one leftist call for Ukraine surrender. Bro is fucking capping, dude. Maybe you haven't, but all the people in this fucking chat seen plenty of that. Even this guy was doing that. Holy shit.
It's about nuclear weapons in reserve, suspended participation in the New START Treaty. All of this is very dangerous. I should say it's equally dangerous the way it's escalating in China. We don't talk about it much, but should. But all of this is quite serious. U.S. policy in Ukraine remains stable. The war must continue in order to severely weaken Russia. That's policy.
Bro, nobody wants the war to continue. Russia just needs to leave. We're not even saying like we're gonna attack Moscow or some shit like that. We just want them to fuck off from our country. You fucking old bitch, dude.
Written in the United States, which is a virtual satellite in the United States now.
Chomsky, from what I remember, and I might be wrong, chat will definitely correct me, because they should. From fascists can't make money without war. They can. Anyone can make money without war. War is not good for business. Haven't you heard? Fucking Europe lost $1 trillion in potential gains because of this. How much money did the fucking military-industrial complex earn? More than before, but definitely not to offset that number. Russia lost how much money with this war? They all wanted this to happen very quickly. And Chomsky, if I remember correctly, he was saying something like, Ukraine should just give. Ukraine shouldn't continue this war with Russia. They should just agree. And some territories were like, it's fine to give the territories or something because the bloodshed is going to be stopped. What a absolutely backwards thinking.
Britain and the United States actually intervened directly.
Absolutely ignoring the whole notion of global security, of international borders and everything like that. It's just...
Last March and April to urge Ukraine not to move towards negotiations, and negotiations were going on with Russia under Turkish auspices. They broke down. We don't know exactly why, but Britain and the US were very clear that we're not ready for negotiations.
It has nothing to do with Britain and US. Ukraine says that Ukraine is not ready for negotiations because Russia doesn't want to negotiate. Russia never negotiated so far. They just give us an ultimatum. Basically, give up and we're not going to go any further. That's their ultimatum. Oh, and never join NATO. Oh, and keep 30,000 people in your army and don't have heavy weaponry. Oh, yeah? Maybe we should just give all of our territories to save you fucking time?
Still not. The official stand remains fight the war.
This focus that the America is like the center of the earth and everything revolves around it. It's wrong. It's not unfathomable to think that America is going to be involved in a conflict overseas when it's one of the biggest donators of military protection in the world. They have the biggest army in the world. They have the most amount of military bases. But it's not like America, as long as it's profitable, as long as the country is either like paying to the defense budget or whatever, Americans don't actually want that many bases, and there's been desire to close a lot of them in Europe before the war. There's no like this notion of like American imperialism and some shit like that. This is imperialism. What is happening in Ukraine right now? Annexation of territory, the destruction of cities. Americans never did that. They never annexed anyone's territory.
If you think about it, just from a practical point of view, it's kind of sadistic, but people are in fact talking about it. It's a bargain for the United States. At a small fraction of the huge military budget, the United States is severely degrading the military forces of its main military enemy.
That is true. Here I will agree with him. It is true that for America, it is good to support Ukraine because that way they don't have to fight Russia themselves. They tried to do that in Afghanistan, but people there weren't motivated. They smoked fucking hash and didn't give a fuck. And after Americans left, we know the history there. It's not the case in Ukraine. We have extremely motivated soldiers. They learn quickly. We adapt our equipment. We have a huge IT hub that creates like fucking beautiful military tech shit. And we're sick of fucking Russians. We want them gone from fucking Ukraine, bruh. Okay? So America correctly recognized that, and Europe as well. And basically everyone who supports us understand that this is the only way to end this war quicker, with less casualties, and in the process, Russia will lose, expansionism and imperialistic notions are going to be suppressed by their defeat, and it's just good for the global world. Because if Russia succeeds, countries like China are going to be looking, oh, you can't do that? Oh, let's go. You know, you don't want that.
And I mean, that's being openly discussed now in the United States, and Britain pointing this out. It's pretty obvious. Whether that's a factor or not, you can debate, but it's certainly a fact. The United
There's no mythical fascists. There's real fascists. They're called Russians. And what they're doing is fascist to Ukraine right now.
States, in fact, you look around, almost the entire world is suffering from this. Ukraine most, but Africa, Asia, curtailment of food and fertilizer shipments having a big effect. Europe is declining, even moving towards deindustrialization.
Europe declining, oh my God. Gonna be falling apart any day now.
Breaking of its natural trade, commercial relations with Russia. The whole German-based, very successful European industrial system was based on interactions with the East. And Russia doesn't have much of an economy. It's about the size of Mexico, but it's very rich in resources, minerals, oil, all essential for.
There's a lot of countries that have oils and essentials and all of that shit. It's just Russia is nearby, and their small economy allows for cheap product. Europe already, in a year, in less than a year, Europe found alternative sources of all of that. Yes, it's more expensive, but they can handle it.
West European industry is collapsing.
Absolutely not collapsing.
Over the world.
Russia is collapsing, yeah.
Decline. One exception. U.S. is doing brilliantly. It's degrading the force.
U.S. is doing brilliantly. I love how leftists who shit on America constantly say that America is the biggest army, biggest economy, always benefiting out of everything. And I'm like, yo, isn't that a great argument for American system, how well it's working? Like, right? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, it's so fucking funny to me. Bro.
Forces of its enemy at very low cost. Fossil fuel
Enemy.
companies are just euphoric.
It is Noam Chomsky.
Huge profits that come.
Fuel companies make huge profits. It's because of America, not because Russia attacked another country and created deficit and a disruption in the market, which drove up the cost of fossil fuels.
Germany's importing liquefied natural gas from the United States at far higher costs than it could get cheaply from Russia.
Yeah, of course, which is based because Germany is basically paying extra money not to buy shit from fascists. How history has turned, right?
Arms manufacturers are doing great.
Listen, fuel companies are still greedy as fuck. Yeah, sure. Any company is greedy. That's the fucking purpose of having a company, to maximize your profits, okay? I agree that I don't like fuel companies. I would like to have green energy, of course. But who do you think is responsible for the Nord Stream rupture? We read an article from Denmark, I think, that they have strong suspicions that it was Russia. But currently there hasn't been like a full-on Zelensky, listen, I love Zelensky, I'll trust Zelensky. What Zelensky said is he said that Russia did it because they wanted to what was the thing? Fuck, he said it made so much sense. I forgot. Was it? I don't want to make it. I don't want to be wrong here. No. It was not to turn Germany. I don't remember. It was some good reason. I don't remember.
Food monopolies.
Anyway, the Western, look how, here's my understanding. Look how careful Western countries are, even were with like sending equipment, right? With tanks, with armored vehicles, with additional stuff. It was a very slow, gradual process. They're extremely careful. They think about all the outcomes. They don't want to escalate. They want to keep everything under control. Exploding a gas pipeline in the middle of an ocean, that's not what the West does. It's erratic, irresponsible, crazy thing to do. It's obvious who did it. But again, I don't like speaking without facts, so. But Denmark, was it Denmark had their ships there and were investigating the scene? They were saying that it was by heavily implying Russia. You don't agree? Yeah, I'm not surprised you don't, but that's fine. Most of the people agree with me. So,
Global food system is half a dozen companies raising prices, profits going through the roof. It's it's very successful.
Well, what is the give me your theory. America did it because what? The pipeline wasn't working. They did it to do what exactly?
Successful in many ways. How long will Europe agree to accept this?
Let me Google. What does Zelensky say? I thought it was.
Що стосується
What concerns
Північного потоку,
the Nord Stream,
до цього ніякого відношення.
we have no relation to it.
Ну, щоб уповільнення було допомоги в Україні. Все дуже
It
просто.
says, I think it's to slow down support to Ukraine. That's very simple.
Я не хочу навіть підбивати підсумки. Ми
I don't even want to summarize.
розуміємо,
We clearly
які
understand
мережі інформаційно, де
what
це
informational
з'являлося,
network posted this
на
news,
яких медіамайданчиках,
what
яких
media
держав,
platforms, of
як
which
це могло
countries,
бути, звідки ця
how it could have happened, who could have done it,
інформація могла йти.
where this
Тощо.
information
Я
could
вважаю,
have
що це дуже
been disseminated
небезпечно,
from.
те,
I
що
believe it's
деякі
very
незалежні
dangerous that some
медіа, до яких я завжди ставився з великою повагою.
media, some free media that I always respected,
Ви знаєте,
you know,
роблять такі кроки.
making
Вважаю, що
such
це
moves. I think
неправильно,
that
це грає
it's
тільки на
wrong.
руку
It only
Російської
plays
Федерації.
in the Russian hand,
Або ще є якісь
or maybe
бізнес-групи, які зацікавлені
some
в
other
тому, щоб
business
не
groups that
вводились
are
потужні санкції.
interested that
Тому
big sanctions would not work against
що
Russia
страждає їх бізнес, і ці
because
групи
their
можуть
business
бути
is going under,
не тільки на
and these
території
groups
Росії. На
can
жаль,
function not only on the territory of Russia, but unfortunately we need to understand that we're fighting against an enemy, and the enemy is one, Russia. And also we're fighting people who, besides money, don't see anything in front of them. So their business is hurting because they're losing money because they can't trade with the country, terrorist state, etc. A lot of different parallel process, unfortunately, are going on. There's third countries that are allowing Russia to circumvent sanctions. On one side, they're supporting Ukraine and our sovereignty, and even providing some help for us. You know, something like, just to for the check mark. And on the other side, they're earning tens of billions of dollars by allowing Russia to circumvent sanctions. And compared to before pre-military period, they have more trade activity with Russia than before. So it concerns a lot of countries, even those who are part of Europe. I think I know who he means. Right. Or who could be a NATO member. Fucking Orban. Piece of shit. I would turn my attention there and analyze who wants Nord Stream
Такого така
to get exploded?
дезінформація потрібна.
Who
Українці
wants this
точно
disinformation?
цього не робили.
Ukrainians didn't do it.
І це найголовніше.
And that's the main thing for
Хто там
me.
що придумав?
Whoever is
під якимось,
coming up
сказали,
under
якісь ознаки, а може
some
навіть під якимось
signs
прапором.
or
Це
some
смішно.
flag, it's funny.
Ми зацікавлені в тому, щоб зброя поставлялася,
We're only interested in the weapons being
щоб
supplied to
санкції
Ukraine,
вводились, і щоб
and
була
sanctions would be
наша
implemented
перемога.
against Russia, and that we would get our victory. Man, I love this guy. Just fucking speaks his mind, man. Easy clap. Is that a satisfactory answer to you? Or you don't believe Zelensky? How is it better to isolate Russia from Europe and deprive them of income than to destroy the expensive pipeline? Pipeline was not in operation. The project was not finished. Germany froze the project when the war started. It was not functioning. Or was that, wait. Sorry, it was Nord Stream 2 that was not functioning. Was that a Nord Stream 1 that got exploded? And Nord Stream 2 is still frozen, right? Oh, that's what I heard from Zelensky. That he was saying that, that's right, the other, this is one statement, but the other statement was also that that Russia wanted the Nord Stream 2 project to continue. Yeah, they turned off the first one and the second one wasn't finished, and then which one was exploded? The first one? Oh, Nord Stream 2 was iced. Okay. Part of Nord Stream 2 were also damaged. Okay. Both were exploded. I see. I have 6 on ban requests. They're probably the most fucking... Oh my god. Okay, let's take a look at them. Anyway, I bet that answer does not satisfy you, but not that I give a fuck. Okay, unban requests. What do I have? Okay. Does he have an unban request? I don't see it. Oh yeah. Okay. Here's what people look like that we ban in our chat. First comment says, I can't wait for Russia to win the war, blah blah blah, degenerate, obviously. I'm not gonna click this. The complete list of the 1030 Jewish expulsions in human... I don't even know what the fuck... go eat an ice cream. Okay. I'm sorry, it was my purpose to offend you with my statement. A lot of authors have said that take. I didn't know it was origin in Lenin. They're right. The guy who quoted Lenin, dude. I'm not your enemy. I do not support Russia. I'm not even Russian. I stand with Ukraine. Okay. Behave. Cunts, ban me. Hello. I was a cunt. Slava Ukraini. I'll regret this. How many bans he has? 1 ban and 2 timeouts? Fine. Behave, or next one is perma without unban. I can't wait for Russia to win this war. We can stop sending hundreds of billions of dollars to your shithole country, you fat cunt. I got way thinner, by the way. When was this? Oh, last month? Yeah, I lost some weight in a month. Same guy? Is it really? Send hundreds of billions of dollars, guys. Apparently, we received hundreds of billions of dollars. Thanks for the money, you fucking loser. That's good enough. What is this? Banned in error. What is happening? Oh, error here. I am a pro-Russian Frenchman. I did nothing. Why ban me? Because you're a disgusting Frenchman. No, wait. Is that how you say it? How do you say suck my cock? No, that was a joke. Jesus. How do you say juste ma bite? I know the first one is like this, right? US has given Ukraine $3 trillion in aid. Whoa, really?
Cookie.
Like this? I will be careful with Googling this. There's a song with this name. Okay, I believe you. Thank you. I will add send this to your mother from me. Thanks. Okay. Hey, if he would acknowledge he was wrong, you know? US has given Ukraine $50 quintillion. That's actually true. And we bought 2 million tanks using that money. And we only lost 1,000 tanks in the first day of the war, so wasn't that bad. Okay, this Noam Chomsky video is fucking sad as shit, dude. Who cares? I feel like he's gonna die of old age by the time I'm gonna finish it. Okay, it's a Eurovision right now. Don't really... So apparently, there was a video of a big explosion, and I thought that the big explosion was not from today, but apparently people were saying it's from Ternopil. The big explosion that we saw is actually from Israel. I'm sorry, from Iran. This is all the posts in Russians Telegram channels. This big explosion in Ternopil, but it's not real. Was this stream all about Ukraine, or are we talking about something else? What do we have in our title right now? So basically, this explosion is fake. Rather, it's not fake. It's a real explosion, just not from Chernobyl. This is something that I said we have to wait for a bit, but I thought that was I thought it was an explosion in Ukraine. Didn't know if it was in Chernobyl though. But is that the one that we saw, or is this another one? Because we saw a different one. We saw like 2 explosions, which is also big. I'm a little bit confused here. What the fuck did we watch? Somebody linked it, right? Oh, we saw this one. Is this the Iran explosion? No, this one is not. Or is it? So this was yesterday, and this is real. That's what we saw. And then today, Russians posted another big explosion saying it was Chernobyl, but it was Iran. Is that correct? Are we caught up? By the way, what's are we close to? Ooh, we're very close to 200k. Widget. Oh shit, we can add this to our stream. That's cool. Oh man. The one in Ukraine is 1,000 kilometers from Russia. Russia has cruise missiles that can fly up to 2,000 kilometers away. Well, this number is extrapolated. You usually multiply the number of dead personnel times 4, and there's definitely going to be way more accurate calculations after the war, because some of the official numbers are going to be released. The numbers are going to be corroborated by Western allies. These are like rough estimations, but I feel like they're the closest to truth, because Russia attacked with about 200,000 people, and then they had additional mobilization of like 300k, and then they never stopped recruiting, so it was like at least 500,000 dudes, and they were still, during this whole period, they were doing mobilization in the back. So it's probably not like, it could be 100 to 200,000 killed. Could be. I just don't know if 600k is wounded. I don't know about that. But yeah, that's true. We lost 100 million people in the first day of the war, and in the first hour we lost 1,000 tanks. It was horrible. But thanks to 50 trillion US military budget help, we cloned a lot of Ukrainian neo-Nazis, and we're back in full force, guys. Biolabs. They're there for a reason. You think this is the real Thompson that you've seen from the beginning? No, I've been to war and I died there. This is my clone, and my other clone is fighting there. So all those comments that I'm not protecting my country, bullshit. Lies. Cloning facility underneath Azov Steel. We're not supposed to talk about it, but yes, it is true. That's why Russians wanted to take it. They want our cloning tech. If Russian propaganda was real, right? In a world where Russian propaganda is real, Ukrainian neo-Nazi clones attack Kremlin with $50 trillion in financial military aid from America. Hundreds of thousands of tanks are rolling into the eastern direction. Weaponized Zelensky with dirty
There's
bombs.
a Star Wars book where they were cloning fighter pilots and imprinting them with the memories of aces to make them really good.
True.
Ukraine is probably doing the same.
True, absolutely. Engineered mosquitoes, of course. Zelensky in his barrel, flying, dropping dirty nuclear bombs, dirty as fuck.
Will
onto
you stream
Kremlin.
tomorrow, my man?
Stop with this joke, man. Yes, I'm streaming every day for somebody who didn't know. Guys, if you want to see my latest debate, join my Patreon now, okay? Join my Patreon now, guys. And you will see my latest debate early. You can also see a bunch of other content there. Subscribe to Patreon, please. It's good, I promise. I post there regularly. You also get other stuff when you subscribe to Patreon. Patreon is actually not stealing 60% of my income as Twitch, so it's a pretty good way to support me if you want to just subscribe. Or you can just use credit card or PayPal to support me as well. You know, that's also cool. Guys, this is going to be it for today. Thanks for watching. This is already late, almost 1 a.m. We had a long stream today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And I see you guys tomorrow, as always. Okay? Stream every day. Bye. I leave now.